Get my sneezing out of the way. Let's go. I almost want to delete that line at $1.10 there because I don't like it. Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Beanie time. It's beanie time. Okay, let me so these are the two main levels for now. Slightly below $1 for SCNX. Slightly below. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good job, Felix. Felix is done for the day already. So Felix got into, yeah, that's a very nice scalp. I like it. I like it. Perfect. Let me get some music going as well, and then we should be good to go. Okay, perfect. Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Define, good morning. JD, good morning. Shadows, good morning. OT, good morning. Anthony, good morning. Let's make the monies. Benjamin, good morning. Roden, good morning. Shawnee, good morning. Just, good morning. Rod, good morning. Other Anthony, good morning. Adrian, good morning. James, good morning. You sent me a DM? Send me a DM. I'll take a look. Ron, good morning. Hen, good morning. Jay, good morning. Joseph, good morning. Sticky, good morning. BC, good morning. Jake's dad, good morning. Luna, good morning. Mohammed, good morning. Chase, good morning. Oven, Dawson, I'll call you Dawson. Dawson, good morning. Michael, good morning. You're in at NFE? Okay. Carlos, good morning. Emma, good morning. Other JD, good morning. Avion, good morning. Tiffany, good morning. Twos, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Andrew, good morning. Fly. Floyd, good morning. See, I hate these names. Anyways, good morning, everybody. Chester, good morning. Jay, good morning. Fraser, good morning. Olu, good morning. Lexi, good morning. Bonjour, nurse. Bonjour. Nick, good morning. Hi there. Yo, Dan, good morning. Jack, good morning. Bully, good morning. 106, 110, 113, 115. Good job, Bully. I like that. I like the whole scaling out, Rich, good morning. Amy, good morning. Damon, good morning. Yeah, Raven, good morning. If I missed you, good morning, everybody. I'm sure I've missed a whole bunch of you. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Let's make some monies, please. The music still isn't on for some reason, so let's do that. Let's do that. So favorite two names for now. Favorite two names. I think we have three names that are really good, right? So SCNX at the top of the list, MSPR at the top of the list, right? FGL is like at the back, but still on watch, right? So top two stocks going into the open, SCNX, right? And then MSPR. Those are the top two for now. Cool. And NFE we have on the list as well. It's on the left hand side. You can see it, right? This one's had a good morning as well. Nice dip, nice pop, holding the 200 EMA. At some need to get back above that supply zone at 180 for the big push if it wants to push. Alrighty, so for now, just stay above $1.50. Michael, I know you're in this one, so we'll keep an eye on that. PTLE is on the list as well, right? So we have a whole bunch of names. I'm just saying again, top two, top three, right? And then the other ones are right behind. So again, PTLE's had a good morning as well, right? Since last night, early morning, and then stayed above the 200 EMA. So this one as well, as long as you stay above that 200 EMA. So you're watching for 35 cents for support on this one. Alrighty, so again, the names we like, I guess we'll talk about all of them, right? The names we like going into the open. PTLE, in terms of levels you're looking at, your support is going to be at 35 cents, then you're looking for 31 to 32. Alrighty, so that would be the demand zone at the bottom there. Cool. In terms of resistance for PTLE, resistance is around 43, 44. Cool. NFE, right? We just talked about that 200 EMA, so closer to $1.50 there. Stay above that level. and then resistance at 180. Alrighty. SCNX, right? I posted this chart in Discord not that long ago. That 50 EMA and that support at 97 cents seems to be holding for now. So hopefully we hold. One of these two names, MSPR and SCNX, one of them will be disappointing at the open. That's always how it is, right? It's like, oh, these two look really good, and then disappointment. But now, though, again, for SCNX, we have some good support at 97 cents and then a lot of resistance closer to 120. So we need to hold that level and then push up. MSPR has found a really good base, really, really good base at 68, 69 cents. Right, so really good support at the bottom there. Hopefully, we keep holding it, and then you can also see the supply zone around 80, 81, 82. Alrighty, so those are the names we're going to be watching going into the open. But like I said, though, top two for now probably going to be SCNX and MSPR. Right, so MSPR probably, yeah. So we'll see if that one can give us a bit of a breakout, and then we have a whole bunch of other names. Cool. Question for you guys in the chat. What's your favorite stock going into the open? What is your favorite stock going into the open? Let me know. What do we think about FGL? So we talked about FGL yesterday, and we mentioned last week as well. Good support for now at 45 cents. Alrighty. So 45 cents is like closer to 45 cents. That's the lowest we've hit so far this morning. So we need to stay above 45 cents and reclaim the 200 EMA. So get back about 50 cents and this thing looks way better. For now, a little bit suspicious. Alrighty. A little bit suspicious. Cool. So MSPR for Savoie, Levy, Cam, SCNX for you, Shaw, LAC. Interesting. I just want to hear your voice. Okay, sounds good, Demon. Lots of things getting slapped today. Yeah, right. Thoughts on Spy to the Abyss? I'm kidding. Not kidding. FGL Raven. Okay, sounds good. PTLE Jakes. Okay. VC. Cool. Okay. So we're basically all looking at the same stonks, right? Not a whole lot of yeah. Again, we're 2 minutes from the open, guys, so there's really no need to be rushing, right? um Often, we look back at like the names that perform really well as the day goes on, and we're like, dang, there was a nice dip at the open. Like, we never really needed to rush right away into the open. You know what I mean? So no need to rush at all. uh 1 second, and then we should be good to go. Good morning. Here we go. NFE again. Most of these names are kind of dropping at the open too. Yeah. You want to do some calls at the open? Z calls at the open. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Open the markets, please. We are ready. Telling you, I'm still getting over the the whole Vegas thing. I needed a little bit extra sleep, and then my nose has been running. Anyways, markets open. So let's see what our MSPR does here, and then we're sitting at that support for SCNX. Right, so let's see if we can stay above this little 97 level. If not, that's fine too. Then we look for the 200 EMA. Dan, unbelievable. FGL doesn't quite have as much volume as we needed to, though. So watch that 45 cents then. Cool. So again, top two names are still these two, right? So MSPR and SCNX. These are still the top two for now. Nothing's really changed. The concern is the market just opened, so you're gonna get these crazy candles. For you, Carl, I think you're in the UK. Maybe consider Interactive Brokers or something like that. 78 pennies. So we're testing the that little 80 cent level there. NFE is still dropping here for you, Michael. So watch for support around $1.40. Alrighty. PTLE kind of in the same range still. It looks okay though, right? Especially if it can break out. So holding that 200 EMA is a good thing. Cool. So this looks good, right? That looks fine. SCNX still looks fine as well. And then MSPR also looks fine. So those three kind of stand out for now. The question is which of these will actually break out. MSPR is like, I want to do it. I want to do it. So again, consolidating nicely there at 97 cents support for SCNX, which is good, right? Which is kind of what we wanted to see, right? So you have you have resistance. So look at this, right? So this was your resistance in the morning. This was the breakout to the brand new high, and then this is the so that was the breakout, and then this is the retest of that level, right? Because it always works like that for the most part. Always that retest, right? The question now is, can we consolidate at that retest and curl back up? Cool. It's still really, really early though, right? We've been open for less than 2 minutes, but 2 minutes, over 2 minutes. So give these names time to relax a little bit, right? So PTLE is still looking okay. Yeah, your next resistance is 43.50-ish. I think we said 43.44, right? Yeah. Cool, cool, cool. So again, that is looking good. Why did it rocket without the news? Well, that's a good question, right? The answer to that usually is the low float and the volume, right? That's usually the answer to it. Low float and volume and people move. Alrighty. So to think about it, the float is less than 1 million. That's how small this thing is. So any bit of volume that comes in, people get really excited, right? So MSPR for now is failing at resistance, as you can see. Right, your support is closer to 69, like we said. So that I'd be looking for that level, and then SCNX really isn't like it's trying to hold that level, but the volume isn't coming in yet. Again, it's still really really early. PTLE though is doing good, right? DTCK is halted up, so whoever uh, yeah, anyways, halted up. Okay, let's see. SCNX, nice pop back above, right? So still looking good. Now it bounced back to 160, perfect. Yeah, so you're starting to see these names come back, right? So most of the time, people want to take some gains at the open, especially if the name was at the highs there. I'm gonna put a little line here just for visual, so you can kind of see where that resistance is at for PTLE, right? So the closer you get to 44, there, the double top is there. But that thing said, screw that. Just get me above, please. Get me above, please. So nice little push there. Which one's my favorite? I still like SCNX. Um, I still like what that's doing there. As long as those levels like hold up like that, I still like what that's doing. So I think that's still at the top of the list for me. And then we still have PTLE and MSPR. So yeah, again NFE looks good as well, but not a favorite for me though. But it does look okay. It's always going to be a bit difficult though to tell right away at the open, right? Usually you need to give it a bit of time. HKD TGE confirms plans to build the world's first art newspaper hotel in 2026 2027. What's whatever that means. HKD and TGE, I guess. Whatever that means. Some of those headlines you're like, doesn't really matter. Just show me what the chart looks like. Show me what the chart looks like. So TGE and HKD, that's who just dropped the whole stupid hotel news. Yeah. So again, resistance, as you can see, right, for PLTE, that's really not a surprise, is it? No, right? So again, resistance. So that level needs to be broken, and we close above, right? SCNX looks good. Question is, where's the volume? Where did the volume go? Almost like we got to the open and everybody said, no, you know what? We just made our monies in pre-market. Let's relax a little bit, you know? Yeah. So we'll give it time. We shall give it time. Hey yo, back off. So $1 is holding there, trying to. MSPR still looks good. The only issue with MSPR is we're right at resistance too, right? Like if we were sitting closer to that demand zone, that would be a little bit easier. But this looks good, but it is closer to resistance. So here comes at 80 cents, right? The magic mouse. Yeah, we might need to use that. So like I said, coming into the open, my favorite top two names, right? SCNX, MSPR. Those are my top two for now, right? And then if we want to start adding other stuff, PTLE, right? Comes in second or third, right? And then we have the other names to kind of look at, right? So NFE maybe that thing needs to show us more though to climb up the top of the list. What do I mean by more? We need to see some higher lows here, right? One pop off the bottom doesn't quite do that. FGL just hasn't performed, right? So we need some vibes from those other names. We need some vibes. Alrighty. Good morning, Matt. MSPR halted. No, it is not. Nothing is halted. We need to start breaking out though, right? So break above 82 and then push for that pre-market high. Pre-market high in this thing is 85-ish. So MSPR is looking good. That thing said, you know what? You know what? Just give me the juice. Let me go, please. Just give me the juice and let me go. So again, we need to break above that 82 and close above 82. Alrighty. I like it. Uh Pablo, 1 hour later than yeah. I like this actually. This is good. I like when time changes like this. Almost feel like I have an extra hour to rest. Doesn't quite work that way, but yeah. So again, MSPR is looking good, 84, and then that pre-market high again is 85-ish. So I'm gonna drop a line at 85. Alrighty, so let's see if we can break above both of those. That's why that supply zone pushes up a little bit. Sometimes when you have like two levels like these guys, the supply zone will expand up, right? Because it's a whole range, right? Like when you fail right there for quite a few candles, like that's a lot of candles, right? And you also fail right there, that supply zone will expand, right? So then you basically just have to watch it, right? And see where the stalling begins. Alrighty, so you don't have to just dump the position. You're gonna have to just watch it. Yeah, SCNX is still like the volume just never came in. So again, it looks like it's finding a bottom there again, but that thing has work to do. That thing has work to do. Yeah. Tommy, if you're looking for a brand new position, I'd be looking for a retest of the mid to low 70s. Alrighty, unless or if we can break above 85 and actually close above, there might be something there for you. Cool. Depending on how we break out. Alrighty. And then again, I could almost move this line a little bit lower for SCNX just because that's the level it's been consolidating at this morning, right? So SCNX needs to stay above that 93. If not, I wish this was all happening at the 200 EMA, closer to 87, but it's happening at 93. So let's see if we can stay above 93 already for SCNX. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. So again, this little okay. Yeah. Mm, so I'm typing and nothing said thanks, goodbye. I can see what you're doing. uh, SCNX says not so fast. There we go, right? You see that support for SCNX, guys? Look at that, right? So that's kind of what we're looking for there. SCNX, that thing needs volume though. Like it's doing what we wanted to, right? Dip at the open, give us a nice solid base, but then also give us the volume, right? 94 cents, that's not bad at all, right? You can clearly see that as much as we have that support at the bottom, we also need to like look at this. Like all of these wicks coming into the open, that's why that supply zone is there. This level seems to be a bit of a problem as well, right? So we need to break above that level and then start pushing back to the upside, right? MSPR, guys, you can see the resistance there. It's really not a surprise, right? So these red zones will save your lives sometimes. So Tommy, like we said, right, the mid to low 70s is what we mentioned, right? So again, you can clearly see the resistance right there in that whole range. So this isn't like, oh my goodness, but I bought it at resistance. Oh my gosh, why did I do that? Congratulations, right? So again, look for the you know what to look for. Alrighty, again, SCNX, nice little bounce off that bottom there, which is good. So let's see if we can stay above. Alrighty. Yeah, crypto has been destroyed, slapped, NSAT, whatever you want to use. PTLE just seems to be going sideways for now, guys. Right, so it looks okay, but still sideways. So it needs to break above 44. Alrighty, I think Zion was asking for that. So yeah, look at that, right? Like SCNX looks good. It just doesn't have the volume, surprisingly. Again, it's really early, really, really early, right? So yeah, really early. So again, we're gonna play games with a lot of these names before we decide which one is. Sometimes we can tell which one stands out right away, and we're like, "Hey, this is the favorite." Not always, though, right? I still think the favorite will be between SCNX and MSPR, right? One of those two. Question is, where does the volume go, right? So I still like both of these names. So SCNX obviously, right, closer to that 90. We do need to break out. Need to break out. And that volume needs to kick in. 77, Matt. Okay, yeah. So again, the low 70s on MSPR. Mid to low 70s is what I'd be looking for here. So that bottom, that support, if I drop a line there, you're gonna see that support is between 68 and 69, right? So I'm just gonna drop it right there. So your actual support is right below 70, but yeah, we shall see. Alrighty, we're back to 103 for SCNX. The damn thing just needs the volume, doesn't it? Yeah. I think the volume is you think the volume is here? I think the volume is at PTLE. New. Close your eyes and open them again. Close and open. Let me know what you see. I know, right? Where's Raven? Raven, we need the monies. Look at that. MSPR just popped. MSPR said, "Hey guys, I'm back." Right, so mid to low 70s, that thing bounced off mid 70s, right? So the reason we say mid to low 70s is because you have the 50 and the view up right there. That level is going to be interesting, right? Also, all of these candles. So we just bounce off mid. instead of going to the low 70, right? So we're back to retesting the 80-cent resistance again. We do need to break out though. Like one of these two names needs to break out, right? You can see the resistance right there. Something needs to break out, right? Both of these are just kind of playing at resistance here. PTLE doesn't have the volume new, is what I was trying to tell you. As per top gainers, it has volume. Doesn't mean like so. When I say volume, I don't mean volume. When I say volume, I don't mean like the volume you see, right? I mean the price action volume. You can tell, right? So you can look at the candles and you can tell like something might have 500 million shares traded, but it has no volume. That doesn't make any sense, but it makes sense. Alrighty. So, like if you look at SCNX, right? SCNX has 84 million, like shares traded already, right? Compared to the average 35. Does it have volume? It doesn't have volume, right? MSPR, right? 117 million. Does it have volume? It kind of does have volume. Yeah, this one kind of does have volume, but it does need to break out. Cool. NFE is looking okay though, right? NFE is looking okay. So we're also still below resistance on this one, right? Like as much as we have so many names to look at that could potentially go, one of them actually needs to go. You know what I mean? Like NFE looks okay, right? Holding support, not above resistance yet. SCNX looks okay, holding support, not above resistance yet. MSPR looks okay, bouncing up the bottoms, not above resistance yet. FGLE, that one looks a bit more suspicious, right? Clearly not above resistance yet. So PTLE slapped, couldn't break above resistance. So something needs to give us the boom skis. And then that's where people are going to say, ooh, we found it. We found it. Right? There's some other names that are pushing, like AIRE is pushing for brand new highs there, but it's 9%, right? So there are a few names, right? A few names. A rec is coming back from the abyss as well, right? Uh, right. Let me pull up a rec here. So this one's alerting and it's coming back from the lows, right? So it looks like it looks good, but it's also up 3%, right? So like, and it's gonna be super slow. Yeah. So we still like the names we like, right? SCNX and MSPR are still the favorite two stocks right now. Look at that. They're both pushing at the same time, huh? Right? SCNX says, "Hey, I'm here, guys. I'm here. You wanted some volume? There you go. Good morning, Tony. Hello, hello. Uh, and there we go. Perfect. So 109 and then 110. Alrighty. I deleted the line at 110 just because but there's a little level there. Come on, Jason, give me a high five. Yeah. Yeah. Love it. So 92. If you bought the dip on SCNX, type yes in the chat. So again, a little bit of resistance at 110. That level wasn't clean enough for me, so I took it off, right? Because again, the main two levels are 93-ish and then 120. Alrighty. So again, if you bought the dip skis on SCNX, type yes in the chat. Yeah. All right. So are you guys realizing that it doesn't happen right away at the open and sold? Good jobs. There's nothing wrong with that, right? So yeah, it doesn't happen. It doesn't always. Sometimes like we get to the open and we're like, dang, this is easy, right? We can see it. This is the one. It doesn't always work like that though. You know what I mean? So sometimes we were looking around and we're like, dang, okay, what's going on here? HTZ, the hot rate stock is looking good too. I know a few of you have spammed that in the chat. HTZ. We call it the hot rate stock every time it runs. We'll come back to that in a second. MSPR, guys, you can clearly see the resistance, right? You definitely don't want to be buying in that range because it's resistance, right? It's going to need to break above that if it wants to go. I wish, again, SCNX had a bit more volume, and we could break above and keep pushing. The hot rate stock inside. The hot rate stock, that's what that is. HTZ. Yeah. So I mean that little level, that little level at a dollar ten is a bit of a problem, isn't it? So I'm gonna put that line back, just because, just because. Maybe speak in Latin, so it's a bit more confusing. No hablo español. There we go. So a dollar ten. Here we go again. You made $800 with MSPR. Well done. Get it? Good job. High five. Yeah, no, that stock has been really good. The last 2 days, it's been amazing. Spy with the fat bounce. Spikes, did you buy those calls at the open? You're welcome, Mohammed. SAGT, I'll take a look. Ahoy. What's your position in what's your position? Let me know. Good job, Spikes. Again, you can see though that little that resistance at 110 is acting as a problem, isn't it? Right? So as much as we don't want it to be, it's a bit of a problem. 50%. Ooh, I like it. I like it. We've said again, so close, so mid 70s to low 70s, right? Or if we can break and close above 85 cents and hold above that level, good thing too, right? FGL is trying to come back, so that's okay. And yeah, we need magics. Come on now, we need boomskis, magics at resistance. HTZ is still looking really good. So nice breakouts there on this one. Nice breakouts on this one. Well done, X. Yeah, you got in the 90s, right? And then sold in the dollar land. Yeah, made $150 already with SCNX since market open. Good jobs. Yeah, not bad at all. Right? The problem now is we have that resistance on 110. You know what I mean? So we've talked, like we've said this quite a few times. Like your job when you play with the markets isn't to predict how high something's gonna go. So when you do that, you're not doing it right, right? So your job isn't to predict like, oh, how high is this gonna go? You buy something not based on how high it's gonna go. You buy based on a specific strategy, a plan of some sort, right? So in this case, you're potentially buying this thing because it has support at the bottom, right? How high do we go? We don't know that, right? So sometimes you're going to buy something and you're going to make 2 cents, right? And you're going to be like, oh, dang, there's resistance right there. Let me sell it, right? But you only made 10 cents. That's okay. There's not a problem with that, right? Other times you're going to buy this thing and your resistance isn't going to be there for $2, for $3, and it's going to keep flying, right? So your job is to look for good entries based on a specific strategy and manage the position, right? So that's your job when you play with these momentum stocks. Geo? Geo. Yes, Jason. Yes. Especially when we're thrusting. Yeah. Let's go. There goes HTZ again. So testing 650, which is nice. MSPR is still playing with the mid, sevens, 70 cents. Yep, exactly. How high something goes only matters if you're shorting. Exactly, Dan. Exactly. So, because I see a lot of people making mistakes, right? A lot of people making mistakes with that. I just wanted to say that. Every time I do a one-on-one, I almost want to remind all of you about something that, but that's not the first time we've said that. The reason I say that is because I had a one-on-one with a member that was up $600 on a stock, right? $600, right? 600. More than most people make in a day. More than 90% of people make in a day, right? So, but that member also wanted a little bit higher, like closer to 1,000, and then it was erased, right? So again, your job is to have a good entry. You've already done the difficult part, right? Think of love you too, Dad. um, think when you play with these positions, you want to always concern yourself with the stuff you can control, right? What can you control? I can control the entry. I can control the stop loss. Whatever else happens after that, we can control, right? So just remember that. Alrighty. And you know what's funny is like how we can sit on stream and we can roast analysts, right? We're like, oh, these guys suck. Like they're so bad. They suck. Right? They're always wrong, right? If you can think of someone like that that has friends in high places, all the monies, right? Has all the tools, right? They've spent years doing this, right? And we still think they suck. What about us, right? So focus on the things we can control because we're not him, right? We're not that good. So we do the best we can, right? That's it. So yeah. Anyways, MSPR is doing exactly what we almost expected it to do, right? So resistance up there, support closer to mid 70s to low 70s. Nothing's changed, right? SCNX guys, $1.10 resistance. The good thing is you can see it stalling at $1.10, right? You don't have to, like look at that, right? And we say this all the time as well, right? Like just watch what the candles are doing. You don't have to sell the position at $1.10, but then look at what it's doing, right? It's like, hey, 1 minute in, 2 minutes in, 3 minutes in, 4 minutes in, 5 minutes in, we're still failing at that damn level, right? You know what? We might need to make a decision here, right? And then guess what? We're selling off all the way back down to that resistance, right? All the way back down to that support. So most of the time there's a story behind the price action. Alrighty, most of the time. It kind of seems like there's a bit of resistance here, 650 for HTZ. A little bit of resistance there for that thing. Yeah, both of these two stocks are getting slapped all the way back down there. So again, wait for that consolidation, right? Consolidation is always key, right? Yeah. Consolidation always key. So again, mid 70s to low 70s as we mentioned on MSPR, right? So but again, remember consolidation is always key, right? Same thing at support, same thing at resistance. Cool. Cool. So let's see if that thing can stay above that range there. These stocks honestly have been annoying this morning. HTZ is not quite that annoying, right? Because we've adopted this one for now. But yeah, the other ones are just annoying. And if this was a different day, right? And this is what I mean, right? If this was a different day, like we go from finding support at that level to cooking back to the highs, right? But it's not like that every day. So some days you have to take the 10 cents, right? And then say, hey, okay, we'll see what happens here. And when we are dropping to that bottom, you have to wait for that consolidation, right? Have to wait for that consolidation. Otherwise, it becomes a problem. Cool. So now watch the 200 EMA at 89 cents. Yeah. Oh, what did Jason do? Let's go. I finally got 5% below the current on Weibo, and then need it and making it a habit to set the stop loss with a keystroke right after the buy. Beautiful, Jason. I like it. Well done. I like it. There goes HTZ. That thing said hello. Let me fly, please. Um, that one's gonna be more of a slow and steady type stock than anything else, though. More of a slow and steady. Do, do. 616. There you go, 670. 670. That thing hasn't had a single red candle, has it? No. Well, I mean, right after the open. Other than that, though, that thing's been cooking. Beyond Meat went from red to green. Nice. Okay. Very nice. Let me take a quick look at BYND. Yeah, that's a nice pop. That is a nice pop. You do have that resistance at $1.50, $1.55. So just keep that in mind. Alrighty. So Nice little bounce though. Not sure how consistent this is going to be, but yeah, for now, you do need to break above that resistance there. MSPR just got slapped, guys. So again, this is why we keep telling you that when we get to support, right? When we get to support, it's really important that it consolidates, right? This has been the level though that it's been bouncing at. So if you look to the left hand side, like look left, right? Support, right? So this level has been holding. We mentioned that 68 cents earlier, right? So if it's gonna hold, this is gonna be the spot, right? If it's going to hold, that's going to be the spot. But again, that consolidation is really important. And if you are in a position, make sure you have a plan. Alrighty? Make sure you have a plan, please. Look at that. SCNX is doing the exact same thing, right? So kind of played with the 200 EMA for a second there, but then broke below. So this is why we keep telling you, right? Just because we're at support doesn't mean you just jump in. We need to consolidate. We need to show signs, right? Let the stock earn your money. It needs to show you why it deserves your money, right? You don't just put your money in there because you're like, oh my gosh, I feel pretty today. Let me put my money in this stock. No, right? It has to show you why, right? So again, that consolidation is key for those positions there. MSPR is holding that 69 level, so that's good for now, right? That's the level it's been holding. But again, same. Needs to consolidate. Alrighty. It's been a bit of a suspicious morning, hasn't it? Right? Like one little good scalp on SCNX from that bottom there, right? MSPR, same kind of the same thing, but they've both been kind of suspicious. Maybe it's because everybody's still tired from Vegas. Yeah. Does looking left look healthy? Where you're in at 244 Defiance. I'll take a look in a second. Yeah. So again, MSPR, your support is that 69. So hopefully we stay above it and we can bounce. BYND, obviously that resistance, like we just mentioned. Let me take a look at PLTE. Yeah, it's holding the 200 EMA, so that's good. You're in at I don't think anybody. Okay. Carlos, yeah, it's bouncing off the 200 EMA, so support at 37 cents. Alrighty. And then let me take a look at ARTL. You're in at 244, and you're wondering if looking left is healthy. Uh, I don't think I'd call that healthy, but I think your entry is also okay. Alrighty, Defiant. It doesn't look amazing if that's what you're asking. Like it doesn't look good. Alrighty, so for now the entry is okay. Just stay above 230, please. Alrighty, stay above 230. 230 is the all-time low. All-time low. All-time low. Right, so that thing needs to stay above that. So if you really want to set it like a stop loss with some room to drop, right, 229. If it breaks below 230, then it's garbage. Garbage. Alrighty, garbage. You're in at 45. Okay. You need that bounce. How are you currently feeling about that? What's your position in that? Let me know. Yeah, calls at the open for Spike. I think Spikes is still in those calls. Right, Spikes? Nice bounce. Very nice bounce. So let's see if we can reclaim that 680. Good job. Okay. Yeah. No, for sure. Like, yeah, for sure. So both of those names are trying to bounce around the same time, which is interesting. La 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 la. Rani? Yeah. CAPT doesn't look too bad either. CAPT. Yeah, the only thing you have there is the 72 cents. So that's supply zone. So the only thing that actually broke out today, for the most part, of all the names we were looking at, right, was this one at HTZ. It's the only thing that broke out. So $6 breakout, right, and then boom skis. It's the only thing that broke out. Yep. Is Benjamin is SCNX over? No, can't really say that yet. Right, he did this one. This one's been a bit suspicious though, right? Like again, I said this earlier, and about like the lack of volume. Like yes, this thing has 130 million shares traded already. That's a lot of buying and selling, right? But again, when you look at the candles don't have volume, right? Sometimes when I say that, it's a bit confusing. You're like, wait, what does that mean, right? So the price action is the more important thing, right? It's not the volume you see like that itself. When you look at stuff like that, it's hard for people to believe that when you say that's old data, right? That's old information, right? The current information is telling us that there's lack of volume, right? So SCNX needs more volume if it wants to move, right? So most of these stocks we're looking at today, as much as they're moving up and down, the volume is super low today. Super low. Yeah. There you go. Mm. Yeah, you could also just call that volatility. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I like it. I like it. 72. 72 cents resistance. HTZ is still playing with that little supplies on them. And then CAPT is breaking that 72 resistance. That thing said, look at me. I'm the captain now. Yeah. Yeah, I think the issue with that one frozen inside is because it might come back if the deal is completed, right? But that was more of a talking stage deal, so I'm not sure how well that performs. Any hope, Kyle? For FGL, your entry is 45. If you should hold your stop loss or just drop it. What's your entry price on that thing? Let me know. Dan, unbelievable, unbelievable. We need to go back to last week. When everything was cooking. 46.50. Okay. And what's your stop loss at right now? 40 cents. I would leave it there. Alrighty. I would leave it there for now. Sounds good, Spikes. Peter says, "How do you heal scared hands?" I always type in the order, click preview, and then regret not entering. I've been spotting entries really well, but not going in them. FML. The way to fix that, Peter, is you need to build confidence. Right? You lack confidence because you've struggled in the past. Right? Like you've been in so many positions where you thought it was the right thing and it wasn't the right thing and you lost money. So now yourself doesn't trust yourself is saying congratulations, you played yourself last time, so guess what, you're going to play yourself again, so then you're not doing it right. The fix for that is you just have to trade more, right? So you're going to have to reduce the position you're playing with or paper trade, right? One of the two. You either paper trade, if you're spotting the entries really nicely, you're onto something, right? You shouldn't be doubting that, right? So go paper trade that to build confidence or reduce the position, right? Reduce the position so you can get back to trusting yourself, right? And then you can increase. Yeah, start small and build confidence. Yeah, exactly. From time to time, still happens to me. Exactly, that happens to everybody, right? Everybody, right? No matter how successful you get, your confidence will get shaken every so often because that's what the market does. The market will try and humble you, right? So, the times where everything is perfect and then you get in and it still doesn't work, you're like, what the hell? And then it doesn't work again, right? But everything was perfect. You know what I mean? Think of like buying off the 200 EMA. You can buy up the 200 EMA like seven times it's gonna work so well, and then three times it's gonna be like, wait, what the hell? Why? How come this isn't bouncing on the 200 EMA? But it has nothing to do with you, right? It's just not going to work all the time, right? So again, trade smaller to build confidence. Yep, there you go, Peter. Peter, good morning. Hello. Are you just waking up? Peter's been waking up late. I'm telling you, Vegas. We went to bed late. Uh, and yeah, you know, we didn't really do anything crazy. I but I think the flying, and then the cars. Those cars like those cars take a little bit out of you. Those cars take a little bit out of you. FGL is trying to hold that 40 cents. Yeah. Peter, where did you have your entry price at? You must have yeah. Did I just move that line? I did. Yeah. So it popped to 65 and then dropped. Yeah. Now it's playing with 40 cents then. MSPR just doesn't want to do anything. SCNX is trying though, so hopefully this one can give us something. PTLE is still looking okay as well for whoever was asking, right? As long as PTLE stays above 37, you're fine. Resistance is still 43, 44 already, so nothing needs to be broken. Yeah, the HTZ, the hot trade stock guys, has been the one, right? We should have known. We should have known. This is called the hot trade stock. We should have known that. Type yes in the chat if you're holding a HTZ. Type yes in the chat if you're holding that one. That one's been nice and consistent. How are you? There we go. $6.90. Yes, yes, yes. Savoir. Yep. Yep. Exactly. Exactly. Another thing too, like with the another thing too, when it comes to lack of confidence, is that's hugely based on strategy, right? So, but the other thing too is like if you're not feeling confident, it's because sometimes when you get in a position, you don't even know when you're gonna get out, right? Like if you get into a position, right? If you're like, hey, I'm gonna buy it right here, I'm gonna set my stop loss right there. Like the amount of confidence you get from that is amazing because you know the worst case, right? Sometimes when you jump into something and you don't know that, like then you just don't feel amazing, right? Because you're panicking. You're like, oh my god, oh my god, I hope this works. I hope this works. There's so much stress, right? Because you just don't know. You really don't know. You just jumped into a position and you're praying it goes one way. When it starts going the opposite way, the panicking sets in, right? So, so when you get into a position like having a stop loss and knowing what the worst case scenario is gonna be feels amazing sometimes. You're like, you know what? The max I'm gonna lose here is $50. It's $100. It's this, it's that, right? That makes you feel good too, right? So yeah, MSPR is just annoying now, but it's consolidating though, right? So this is the same level it's been holding the entire morning. So yeah, it's holding it. Where's the volume though? Right? SCNX, same thing. right? Slacking. PTLE obviously couldn't break out resistance, right? And then HTZ is still testing the resistance then, or testing the highs. Uh, 660, 720. Okay. Yeah, let's see if we can break above $7. Yeah. HTZ. And then MSPR guys still holding that bottom, right? So and this is what we mean, right? When we say wait for consolidation, it's not that like you're guaranteed to make money. It's just, again, when you wait for consolidation, right? So think about this, right? We said earlier, like, hey guys, the entry for this is potentially mid 70s to low 70s, right? So that's anywhere in this range. Do you see any consolidation there, guys? No, not until we got to the bottom, right? Look at this, is 70 cents right there, right? So when I say wait for consolidation, this is what I mean, right? At the very least, you have time to say, hey, it's been holding this level. I'm going to jump in. I'm going to put a stop loss below, right? You have time to make decisions, right? And then hope we can go back up. Does that make sense? Whereas sometimes I get this all the time, like, oh, I got in right there, but then I didn't have time to set a stop loss. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do now? My kids are not going to eat cookies tonight, right? Well, that's because you got in when it was in like max chaos, right? Just because a stock is testing support doesn't mean you just jump in, right? So for now, you're still fine, right? We're still holding the bottom, so that's fine, but we do need that, volume to the upside. Cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Anyways, right below 7 there for that. Games on games on SCNX here. Games on games. HTZ is like, hey guys, we're gonna move up one penny at a time. uh I don't know if that's what I'm looking for though, Toad. Yeah, we need a lot of boomskis this morning. We do, Tommy. We do. We do. There's been a lot of slacking. There's been a lot of slacking this week. Well, especially after the open. Like pre-market's been okay, right? But as soon as the market opened, even yesterday, right? Like we had a good, nice little run out yesterday, but then like everything kind of fizzled out. So, which is okay. It tends to work like that when we have a pretty big week. Last week we had a fire week. It always seems to go back and forth. And then good luck. So as long as FGL stays above 40 cents for now, hopefully we can push back up. Push back up. Rainy is slowly creeping up. Yeah. So that's not bad. Right. Slowly creeping up. Nothing crazy, 19%, but yeah, slowly moving up. And Savoy is smiling, smiling. Yeah, that downtrend is what's holding MSPR here, and the view app obviously. So 75 cents, and then CAPT, the captain, with a dip and then a pop. One of these names will take over and then just fly. That's how it's gonna work, isn't it? This is that type of morning where honestly, if you played with any of these stocks, you could have made monies, right? Any of them, right? You could have made monies in MSPR with a little bounce, right? But they're all scalps, right? Nothing's consistent. You could have made monies in SCNX this morning, right? Some of you guys did. Most of you did, right? From the 92, 93, 94. to $1.10, right? And then you could see the stalling, right? Uh, Captain is pumping there again, right? Like everything looks scalpable, right? The issue is there isn't that one flyer, which is what we usually like. Yeah. So there goes your next supply is on at 83 cents. Do, 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 do. Two runners, 2x daily goal secured. Love it, Spikes. Well done. Love it. Peter wants FGL to fly. Fly FGL. Yep, it's back down to that same stupid level, right? It's because it's created a downtrend now, and the VWAP is right there too. So resistance at 75 cents already, and then we're back to playing with that same stupid supply demand zone, right? The green zone there. SCNX, I don't know what that thing's doing, but it just doesn't want to do anything. Doesn't want to do anything. Joey, I think it's because it did that yesterday, though, right? It cooked yesterday, but you're not wrong. This thing definitely should be doing better. I think the issue is this is day two of a run, right? Uh, Meaning that the whole already a whole bunch of people in this, whether that's yesterday and today or today, right? Whereas when you have 600 million, like when you have a 600,000 share float and it's the first day, everybody is finding it for the first time, it's gonna cook. You know what I think the issue is? I think the issue is the background. I'm gonna change the background. I think that's the issue. Let's change it. We always cook with this one. We always seem to cook with this one. So let's start cooking, please. Yeah, Ruby's halted up. Ruby. Ruby halted up. That thing came out of nowhere though, because it wasn't doing anything till 3 minutes ago, and then boom skis. Adria, I'm superstitious. I promise you. As soon as I put that background on, I'm not even kidding. I I'm not kidding. uh, every time I put that background on, I'm like, yep, it's gonna be a red day in the market. So that's why I always tend to use this one because I'm superstitious with that. Yeah. Anyways, let's see if the cooking can begin. PTLE, is it dead? Um, that doesn't look good at all, does it? Yeah, you can see the resistance at the top there at 43 cents. It just couldn't break out and slap, right? So I'm gonna say yes to that question. If we break below 29 cents, it's dead. Jesus pizza. Already dead. What's bull doing? So if you break below 29 cents, dead. For now, you might just be retesting the downside. Bull is such a nasty stock. Every day it's red, whether the markets are green or not green, red. So $10 to 950. That's that daily support, right? See if it stays above that. Okay, let's go back to whatever we had on here. HTZ is okay. Is FGL dead? No, not yet. If we break below 40 cents, yes, dead. SCNX looks dead, doesn't it? Yeah. Come on, something. Today is gonna be an annoying day. Wish we an annoying day. Let's see what happens when Ruby gets unhalted. What's the float on this? Hmm. You can tell the stock's been destroyed, right? Like, look at the range here. I think it's red on every metric. Then We need the chance. Yeah. We need a good stock though. It's a chance. Yeah, today's a pretty, again, there's scalps all over the place. You can still make money, but we like it when there's, one or two stocks just flying all day, huh? Right? So these markets become a bit annoying. Thank you, $2. Thank you. 191. Palantir. Okay. 191. There goes another try again for CAPT. Yeah, you can see that supply zone at 83 cents. So that's kind of where it's struggling at. So get that. Blow at Rainy. Come on, Ruby. This is why though it's nice when we have a name like, as much as Beyond Meat is garbage. It's nice when there's a nice following around Beyond Meat, and like the chart looks nice. We can play with that for a few days. Stuff like that is always nice. There goes the on holds, guys, for Ruby. Ruby said, "Hello, let me fly, please." It's a nice push. Eh, yeah, Ruby said, "Thanks, guys. Goodbye." Ruby's halted up again, guys. Yeah, yeah. Ruby's halted up. 148. Yep. Ruby says, "Hey, look at me. Look at me. You guys wanted boom skis? Not the right way to go boom skis, though." How do I feel about Bitcoin? I think for now, you just keep letting it drop and scaling it on the way down. Alrighty? There's nothing else to do. Nothing else to do. Yep, exactly, Frozen. That's the problem, right? When you move like this, it's a bit difficult to get in unless you take a risk and you jump in, which at this point, I don't think that's the right thing to do because it's halted and it probably will open higher than 150, right? So then it becomes really dangerous. Yeah, stuff like this is not exactly what we'd like to see, unless you FOMOed in earlier. But when they move up really quickly like that, they don't really give you that chance to get in. So at some point, we're gonna have to hope for dip skis and then a bounce. Yeah. Cool cards. Kobe, are you in Bitcoin? Good morning, Jeff. uh, yeah, yeah. Like look at that, right? So again, and this is the difference too, is like the volume for Ruby is coming in. Like you can see that the volume is not as high as some of the other stocks, but the stock is clearly flying, right? So. Yep. Do, 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 do. Yeah. That'd be cool, actually. That'd be cool. So it looks like CAPT failed at that 83 cents resistance and came back down. HTZ still looking okay. Super slow. Yeah, that would be cool, huh? Yeah. So we need some other people working at YouTube's. Need some other people's. Cleaning. Aries cleaning. Welcome to Goat VIP. Alrighty. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Send me a DM in Discord, or leave me a message in the one-on-one channel. Cool. Welcome to Gold VIP. Yeah, are you still in the position back off? Because again, it doesn't look good. Your next support is 75 cents. Alrighty, but that thing clearly doesn't look good at all. Yeah, again, this one's also breaking down, right? Like they just don't look good. FGL is just chilling at the bottom there. Someone needs to remind it that it can move up to, and HTZ's been dipping and bouncing, which is nice. 90 cents. Okay, so you're down 10 cents, 9 cents on that thing. Do you have a stop loss on it though? If not, put one, please. Ta says, "What's the best stock to scalp today?" Honestly, HTZ doesn't look bad as a scalp, does it? Right? Just because it's slow and steady, right? And it's consistent with the uptrend. So yeah, because some of the other ones are just way too chaotic, all over the place. Like even CAPT looks fine too for potential uptrend scalp, right? This one's also trending up, right? So that looks okay, but then the volatility is a bit more aggressive on this one. So let's see. I know, right, Randy? I know. Don't worry. Once we're rested and we're ready to go, we'll cook something. Let's go. Yes. And again, guys, just a reminder, right? Like these these annoying markets always show up every so often, right? Every so often we have an annoying market, and then we have a week like we had last week, and then we have a week like we have on Beyond Meat, right? So if you've been around the market for some time now, you know every so often it's going to be a little bit slow, but then we just cook, right? Like it's not that big of a deal. So on days like these, we just scalp, right? $50 here, $100 here, like just little scalpies, right? That's the goal. And then when the market turns around and we can see that, you know what, we can hold longer because things seem to be holding, then we cook, right? So don't get frustrated. This isn't personal. This is just how the markets work, right? We have another member, C Lim, CT Lim, CT Lim. Welcome to Go VIP as well. Welcome. Alrighty, send me a DM as well, please, or leave me a message in the one-on-one channel, please. Alrighty. Oof, why do I keep closing that? There we go. Welcome. So again, if you are a Gold VIP member and you haven't had a one-on-one yet, make sure you send me a DM. Alrighty. When is the Gold membership going to resume? Not this year. Maybe at the beginning of next year, but definitely not this year. All those levels that are sold out are just going to remain sold out for now. Um, I mean, the bottom two are never coming back. But yeah, the Gold VIP probably at some point next year. Uh, I like Jay. If it's a swing play or like it's a play that's still at the bottom, right? It depends, right? It depends on the intention of the play. If you're scalping, like if your intention is to scalp a stock, you want to try and stick with like one or two, right? If you're playing with like volatile stocks, right, you want to try and stick with one or two, right? FGL is bouncing off the bottom, so that's good, right? So let's see if this thing can, get some vibes at some point and push back up. Some vibes. So FGL, your next resistance is going to be a 45 cents. And then Ruby still holds it up here. So let's see what happens. The legend gives you access to everything in Discord. The Legend Pro gives you access to everything in Discord, plus some special classes, some special recordings, like how to play breakouts, how to look for consolidation. The few of those, right? And then some special classes. So we'll get back to doing those classes in a bit. Already, yeah, cool. Come on, Ruby, give us the on hold here. Right, CAPT guys, look at this, right? So this one like back and forth, which is good if you're scalping it, right? Yeah, which is good if you're scalping it. Opposite Gucci, 92 cents. I'll take a look in a second. Alrighty, so obviously you can see that resistance the closer you get to 7 to 80 cents then on CAPT. Carlos, clarify the question, please. Why so slow, eh? I know, Bilal. I know, right? I think it's because we just came back from Vegas and the markets know we're tired, you know? Perfect, Eris. Perfect. Good, Vaughn. I'm gonna have some homework for you. Schedule. Okay. And if 1 second. There goes the on holds, guys, for Ruby. That is a crazy pump, isn't it? The fact that this thing came out of nowhere and did that is kind of annoying, isn't it? Kind of annoying. Okay. Seats and Derek and Vaughn. I'll get back to. I have some homework for you guys, and then we'll do a one-on-one. Okay. So once I get off the stream, I'll send you guys some messages, and then we'll try and get a one-on-one as soon as possible. Cool. Same thing for you too. So it's only Tuesday. We'll definitely get them done between this week today and Saturday already. Same thing for you too, Luke. Right. So yeah, get you ready. Yeah, there's no news for Ruby. Like, there's no news at all whatsoever. Ruby's halted up again, guys. Right? There's no news on this thing, right? So usually we don't care that there's no news. We could care less, right? So it's all about the performance, and obviously it's halted up. The annoying part about this is that it wasn't doing anything. Like, look at this, dead. Look at that, right? There's nothing happening. So until the alert came through 3 candles in, but then they halted it immediately. So then it becomes a bit more complicated to jump in. So you almost have to FOMO into this, right? Yeah. Asking for a friend. If you FOMOed into Ruby, type yes in the chat. If you said screw this, I'm gonna jump in, type yes in the chat. SCNX is trying to hold 80 cents there. Trying to, right? So hopefully get now you're only down 5 cents on that position at 90 cents, right? You did, Jay? Keen, you did? Shawnee? Yeah. Super quick to 180. Let's go, Jason. Criminal. Yeah. No, Jacob, it really is. It really is, right? So hopefully you can get back above the 200 EMA. Did the same as Jason Graham? Okay, good. Yeah, sometimes you just have to be willing to do that, honestly, right? You have to be willing to get in quick and get out quickly. 79? Okay, sounds good. Can you say why you're no longer looking at PTLE? Absolutely, yeah. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. I'll show you why I'm no longer looking at PTLE. And again, if you're ever in a position, guys, and you have a question, please ask, right? So please ask. Just because we're not looking at something doesn't mean you can't ask a question about it, right? The reason we're not looking at this anymore is because we wanted to see this thing break out, right? Um, who is asking, can you tell? Yeah, so Lewis, right? When we get to the open, we have a resistance level we want to break out from, right? So clearly, this was the pre-market high, right? Let me get some circles here. So pre-market high, we want to break this level. We couldn't do it right then. We couldn't do it right there. That's a problem, right? But then we also had the support right there, and then we broke below the support. Right there, that's a big warning sign because we're breaking, not only are we breaking below that support, we're also below the 200 EMA, right? When we go below the 200 EMA, that's usually a problem. We usually have a problem with that. Um, Alrighty. So again, when we go below the 200 EMA, that's usually a red flag. So you can almost say, you know what? Every time we go below the 200 EMA, we tend to ignore the stock. Most of the time, not always, right? Most of the time. So that's why we're not really paying attention to this one anymore. For now, though, like I said, it's not completely dead yet. If we break below 29 cents, dead. Alrighty. Yeah, dead. If you have a question, please clarify. Like I'm in at this price. I'm looking for an entry, please. Already, I would appreciate that because then you start asking two questions at the same time. What do you think about? How do you feel about NFE and SCNX? Then I'm gonna be running all over the place. So I'm gonna ignore that question. I know, right, Jason? Yeah. Good job, Mario. That was a good scalp. Is MSPR dead? Yes. No, I'm kidding. Um, below 60 cents, yes, dead. Alrighty. And like we said earlier, HCZ has been an okay scalp, right? Yeah, scalp. So is Captain, right? CAPT. Both of these stocks have been, scalpies, right? Captain is looking for brand new highs there. So that looks good. Captain. 86. 85. MSPR at 50 cents. Okay. Ruby's back, by the way. The Ruby's halted down now. So Ruby came back and then halted down. You are Portland. What's your entry? What did you get into? And from this, hopefully one day, absolutely nightmare clothing. Very cool. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. So yeah, halted down. No, Raven. I knew that's what you meant. I knew that's what you meant. Hey, look at me. I'm the captain now. Yeah, Ruby, again, that's the difficult part about playing with something like this. When it's flying like that, it's going to also drop and hold down, right? So you just have to be willing to take those gains as soon as possible. If you're green for the day, type yes in the chat. Yeah, dyslexic like please. uh, if you're green for the day, type yes in the chat. Yeah, right. So the lot more knows today than they usually are, right? So it's because the market's being a little bit annoying, right? Yeah, a little bit annoying. Even sometimes pre-market is the way to go when the market is this annoying. Pre-market wasn't that amazing today, you know. Up 15K Gucci, yeah, right. So a whole bunch of you guys are still green for the day, right? So and if you are, be very, look at yourself in the mirror, look at yourself in the mirror and say, I appreciate you. You're the bestest. I'm kidding. But yeah, so just understand that in a difficult market you're doing well, right? Um, so that's progress. Yeah. Is it too late to get into FGL? That thing isn't even pumping. Why is it too late? Yeah. Diamond? No, absolutely. That's okay. That's okay. Well done, Gucci. Whew, well done. Your name is your name fits the gains. We were in Vegas and we walked into the Gucci store just because we're just walking, right? And Peter obviously makes t-shirts, and he wanted to show us like the difference in like quality, right? We didn't go there to buy anything because yeah, because don't really care. But we went into the Gucci store and like one t-shirt or like a little thing was like $800. I'm like, are you kidding me? For what? For what? In the Gucci store? For a shirt? Sheesh. Yep. Anyways, Anna, look at that. You're done for the day? Well done. Give me a high five. Look at that. Yeah. Anna's been asking a lot of questions and putting in a lot of work, and you can see it. Yeah. Uh yeah. Avian. There goes Captain though. Captain's looking good. Captain is looking good. CAPT. Yeah, no, for name value. Yeah, for sure. For sure. For sure. Sometimes you pay a premium for quality. Yep. And again, like there's nothing we can do about this, guys. When the market is this slow, there's really nothing we can do about this. Yeah. I know, right, Raven? Like there's nothing we can do, right? I promise you it's not because we're missing some fire stock somewhere. It's because the market sucks and you can scalp. You can still scalp, right? Like imagine you're playing with the levels on CAPT. Like that's a beautiful retest. And then that's a beautiful pop, right? Like the opportunities are there, right? But they're not consistent opportunities. That's the problem. So I promise you if there was something flying somewhere, we would catch it. So don't feel like you're missing out and you're like, oh, I need to go here, I need to go here, I need to be all over the place. No, sit back and relax, right? Like if you look at some of the more experienced traders, there are days that they don't place any trades because they don't see anything they like, right? You don't need to be forcing it, like, oh, I need to be in something because something's gonna go, right? CCTG is halted up, but that thing just halted up out of nowhere, right? Ruby's unhalted as well, right? So if you look at CCTG, CCTG just came out of nowhere and then halted up. But that's the first candle, right? This is what I mean. Like there isn't something somewhere that we're missing out on that you need to be panicked about. It's just everything just looks a bit suspicious. Yeah, so CCTG, that's just the first candle. That thing wasn't doing anything. Look at this, nothing at all, right? And then all of a sudden, one candle pop and then halt. Like, what the hell are we supposed to do with that? You can't really, yeah. It feels like the root canal before the root. Yep, I know, right? Yeah, pretty slow. Ruby's bouncing back though. Ruby came back for the retest. Actually, look at that. Ruby's halted up. Look at that. Ruby came back for a perfect retest. It's only one candle, but still, right? 150 retest and then pop. It's actually quite nice. Hmm, crazy. Stock is wild. Crazy, crazy, crazy. You have a Kit Kat? All right, the market needs a Kit Kat. The market needs a Kit Kat. That's what it needs. It's trying to. It's trying to. Like it's holding 80 cents. It's trying to, right? So hopefully it does. Hopefully it does. So both of these, CCTG and Ruby, are both halted up. FGL just needs Jesus at this point, Super slow. Super, super slow. Sheesh. My goodness. Goodness gracious. The one stock that's been consistent with the scalp stock, guys, and we've said this a few times, HTZ, the hot trade stock, right? That $7 resistance is still there, but um, DTCK doesn't look horrible. Right? DTCK. You looks like Ruby wants to hit $7. You do realize that stock is below $2, right? They go 695. HTZ. I hope it hits $7, Benjamin. That would be nice. How not to trade a difficult market? $2? Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, paper trade. Paper trade. Paper trade. Pretty much need to $10. T2. Yeah. Don't rush anything. Alrighty. Again, reminder, like there's never been, well, I don't want to say never, but really, there's rarely been ever anything that's cooked in the market that we've missed it, right? Right. Whether it's Beyond Meat, we're gonna catch it early, right? Whether it's HKD, we're gonna catch it early. Like there hasn't been anything that's cooked in the market that we've missed it, that hasn't given you opportunities, right? So when you don't see an opportunity, guys, relax. Alrighty, sit back and relax. Cool. We're not gonna miss the next big thing, I promise. That really was Rob, wasn't it? I'm waiting for Rob to come back. Whenever Rob is back, we're gonna roast him, Peter. Ah, I'm never gonna forget that look. He really looked like that monkey. Oh my days. Yeah, no, DTCK has been doing okay. DTCK. Yeah. No, it's really the only thing that's been consistently hitting those highs, right? So the volume will move towards that direction. So yeah, here comes a test of the 87 again. So yeah, CAPT looks good. Yeah, this one's been a good scalper. Raven, this is the one Raven should be scalping. This one's unhalted, guys. Look at that, right? CCTG, that thing popped to 140 and then unhalted in 120. Like it's just, you can't really trust stuff like that when it's halting like one candle in. And then let's see what happens with Ruby after the unhalt. See what happens. By the way, Luna, this song is called Luna Leap. So Luna Leap. Is resistance around 90 cents for CAPT. Looking you took profits 85, looking for possible re-entry. Let me take a look. The 1 minute says yes. Not sure what the daily looks like though. I'm not sure where that level is coming from. Yeah, yeah. Let's call it 90 cents because of the yeah. We'll call it 90 cents. Yeah, call it 90 cents. For some reason, you can't seem to break above that double top though. Right? Ruby's unhalted, guys, and Ruby's flying again. Ruby just moves like a crackhead. Moves like a crackhead. I think it's all over the place. DTCK is at the highs of the day as well, so that looks okay too. DTCK. Again, it's 25%, right? Like it's nothing crazy, but the uptrend is nice. SCNX is just stuck here. Stuck. There goes Captain. So Captain has been the is Ruby halted down? Yeah, Ruby's halted down, right? Like this thing is just a crackhead stock. It's just all over the place. Right, so that looks good. Right, DTCK looks good. Nice uptrend. Captain is also looking good. Still needs to close above 87 for the double top. But yeah, yeah. BQ. There goes Captain, guys. Captain just hit 89 cents almost. I am the captain now. Oris. Yep, Oris looks good. Again, the issue with Captain is sometimes the candles are so crazy. Like, look at the wicks on these candles, guys. Like, they move up and down so like so crazy. Look at that, right? Like it's trending up, but the candles are wild. So just be careful. Uh, there goes 90 cents. Here it comes. You can do it. SCNX is trying though. If that thing just got a little bit of volume, we'd be back above the 200 EMA there. Back up, that would be good for you. That would be good. Yeah. She's already talking crazy. Yes, of course, D. There goes 90 cents. Talking crazy as like she's ready for the market, or talking crazy as she wants to spend the monies on some other things. Before it goes quick. Funny. Funny. At the highest, at the highest, Carlos, no, right? Not at the highest. Not at the highs. Spending? Yeah. I mean, she's young after all, and she just got a whole bunch of money. So spending is, there we go. Here we go. Here we go. Back off. Are you happy now? You're back green. Finally. Can we get back to $1? Unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. Come on. Just give us some consistent vibes here. Barbara, of course, I can look at any stock, guys. You just have to give me the details, please. Right? What are you looking for? Right? Are you in it already? At what price? Are you looking for an entry? Okay, cool. Right? Help me out. Help me help you. Right? Give me more details to the questions. Otherwise, I just ignore the questions. Alrighty. Nice. Come on. New? No. Why would buying at 88 cents be a good entry new? when we say resistance at 90 cents, if we tell you there's resistance at 90 cents and you're asking me if you should be buying at 88 cents, what do you think my answer will be? Right? And guess what? It's failing at 90 cents, right? So if you bought at 88 cents, you're red. Congratulations, right? So look for closer to 80 cents then if it can consolidate. Ruby's halted down again, guys. Randy says yes, buy all you can. Yeah, Idan says, should I buy 90 cents? Idan. Right. I'm hoping like if the future of AI and technology, I hope when as the future, yeah, I hope I can slap some of you through the computer in the future. Yeah, I hope so. That'll be my, yeah. Pizza? Yes, so yes, yes, yes. Yeah, Raven, exactly. I hope in the future I can slap some of you through the computer. We need to get to the Hut Rates Island so we cannot trade in the same place. So I can walk around and slap. Anyways. uh, at this point, just waiting for maybe a break even or take a small loss hype. Yeah, I mean, again, I hope we stay above 40 cents so you should be okay. Alrighty. It has the vibe, it has the hype, it just doesn't have the volume to push back up. So hopefully at some point we can push back up already. Cool. Look at that. We just went from 90 cents on Captain all the way back down to 84 cents, right? So clearly that level was a problem. Then we came back down and then now we're bouncing back up to 90 cents, right? So again, when we're dipping, you guys are not going to say, do I buy the dip? You're going to ask when it's back to the highs, right? Clouded, yes, you should. Yes, you should. SCNX 91. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Yeah, everything is just too slow, and one still wants to. Yep, exactly. Patience, patience, right? Like if you waited for SCNX to consolidate and you got in close to 80 cents, that's not a bad spot, right? Like if you were waiting for some consolidation, not bad. You took the risk, super slow. Now you're getting rewarded. So there goes 92 cents, right? MSPR is kind of the same thing, right? Like if you want to take a risk, you could see the consolidation at the bottom there. Well, guess what? You're slightly green on that position, right? So not trying to FOMO on the way up at the top, but more so looking for the dips and the consolidation, right? So there goes the SCNX back to 93. Let's see if we can get back above though. See if we can get back above. Uh, it's the original state possible? Maybe in the future, Shim. Maybe in the future. Yep, exactly, Raven. Exactly, right? We're consolidating in the green zone. Always a good thing for the most part, right? For the most part. So, Pizza, are you buying a Porsche? Yeah, next year we're gonna need one from you, okay? Raven, you just like violence, huh? Yeah, wrapping plastic on cars. Uh, yep, exactly, Randy. Barbara, you're looking for position then, right? On VC. Let's take a look. VSEE. Um, let me look. Let me look at the daily quickly. If I was interested in this, Barbara, I'd be looking for closer to $1 to 95 cents is what I'd be looking for. Yep. 500 million trades. That's because the Portland the 500 million doesn't necessarily mean that the stock should be flying, right? So that's buying and selling. Alrighty. Captain isn't breaking out, right? So this is again who was asking about, do I get in at 88 cents? Do I buy 88 cents, please? Do I buy? When we're like, hey, there's resistance at 90 cents. Look at this now, right? Slap. So buy high, sell low, right? Like I said, watch for some consolidation there around 80 cents, if that was you asking. Alrighty? This is how people get in trouble. This is why I want to slap you, right? Next time you ask a question like that to buy right at resistance, I'm gonna slap you. Cool? Slap to 100, Peter. Don't laugh, Luke. Don't laugh. Yeah, or send ice, Love it, Yogi. Green on the day, Bailey. Good. Progress, Progress on the day. Yeah, that's all that matters for now. Especially in the market like this. Green is good. Okay. There we go. Should I buy at 88 cents? And then you'd be down 10 cents right now because the damn thing is still slapping it, right? Because Raven 175. Again, why it's important to get those higher those the consolidation. Can we break out? So clearly you can see that there's resistance around 93-ish for SCNX. So we need to break that level. Yep. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. Come on, Savoy, make it happen. Randy, you're only down $2. That's not bad, right? Not bad at all. So it looks like we failed at that 93 for now for SCNX, which is kind of annoying, but again, that level was there. Z level was there. HTZ is still a nice scalp, guys, right? So up and down, up and down, up and down. Clearly, there's resistance at 7. So if we can break above 7 at some point, yeah. At some point. No, I don't think it's SPY because last, we've had some pretty nasty red days in SPY and we've had the best days in momentum stocks, right? So not necessarily SPY. I think it's just a cycle in the market, We have 2 weeks of amazing cooking and then we have a week of like, okay, let's slow down a little bit, right? The 2 weeks ago we had Beyond Meat. Last week we had a cooker every single day, right? Every single day we were onto something that was flying. This week a bit slow, so I think the markets is just kind of maybe Ron, maybe hopefully, yeah. Andrew, nothing wrong with that. Uh, mm, mm, mm. Mm, 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 mm. So yeah, we'll give it another hour or so, guys, and then we will see where we're at in terms of momentum plays. Look at that, Captain still dropping, guys. Who wanted to buy 88 cents again? 88 cents. Guess what? If you bought 88 cents, you'd be packing your bags to go to the bridge right now. So wait for that consolidation. Alrighty. And HTZ, of course, the hot rate stock, guys. The hot rate stock is flying. That thing said hello. I'm the captain still. Forget about the other captain stock. I had max position size. I'm just Ruby just keeps halting down now. That is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Bridge sounds fun. Hmm. Not pizza. More, please. More. More. Yeah. The question is, what time frame is that, though, Peter? What time frame? Peter's doing math, guys. Jan 2028. Suspicious. Suspicious. So here we go again for SCNX 94. Mm-mm. Some options. Oh, yeah. So the next demand zone there is 72 for captain. Yeah. Amy, you're looking for an entry in CHR. Chair holdings. Oof. I think just failed in like in the supplies on there. Yeah, looks like your best bet is between 13 and 1250 there, Amy. Looks like that's your level. With the stop loss though, of course. Yeah. Yep, there definitely is a slow. Again, there's nothing we can do about this, and it's not like we're slow. It's not like we're missing anything, right? So it's just the markets are slow. Anyways, Nancy, welcome to the community. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for not listening to Raven. Welcome, Nancy. Click this link at the bottom of the chat there. That's your invite link to Discord already. Click that link at the bottom of the chat. We also mentioned that 60 cents for MSPR. It looks like it's holding 60 cents as well. Again, this is the problem, right? The problem is you can see these stocks, right? And you can tell that okay, there's a nice green zone, there's support around 60 cents for MSPR. The problem is you're only getting 5 cents, which is fine, right? You can still scalp it, right? So that's what I mean. The opportunities all over the place. You just have to be willing to take 5 cents or 10 cents or this and that, So um yeah. Virus. Good morning, Virus. How are you? What time is it in China? When you leave China? When do you leave? Next week, Jonathan. AACRB. Okay, keep an eye on it. uh, so it looks like yeah, just below the 200 EMA there and then failed. If SCNX can get back above that VWAP, maybe this is we might just be ready to pump again to 110. 74.50. Okay, see if we can get a bounce there, Raven. See if we can get a bounce. Uh, okay. When do you stop adding bull? Virus. Remember the last time, remember Apple? When do I stop adding bull? Peter says never. No, I think again, 950 to $10 seems to be a nice base. Let's see if it stays above that, See if it stays above that. Captain got slapped hard. My goodness. Goodness gracious. Today is just is that on Robinhood? It should be. Right? You're just at resistance though. Alrighty, Tommy? Yeah, just at resistance. Yeah, Ruby came all the way back down, guys. 180 to $1. All the way back down. Craziness. Yeah, this is why honestly sometimes when you miss these massive runs like that, just leave it alone. Don't try and FOMO. Don't try and FOMO. I still like SCNX still looks like the best name, doesn't it? It still looks, it's giving some nice vibes there. If we can get back above that VWAP and get back above $1, this would be nice. We need something consistent today. 1090, 1039. Okay. 1,500 contracts. Yeah. Yep. We shall see. Oh my god, Toad. Oh my gosh. Can SCNX just go? Type yes in the chat if you're still holding SCNX. Type yes if you're still in SCNX. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, a bunch of you guys are still in this one. Yeah. It's as much as we look annoying, it still looks like the better name, right? Still looks like the better name. Adrian, you sold early for a loss? Okay. Yeah, my only concern is we're not out of the woods yet until we can reclaim this level here. So as good as this looks, we've come from the bottom. We're definitely not out of the woods. So we're still gonna have some resistance right where we're sitting at. Break even now, Kevin? Okay. Oof. Yeah. Super weak. FGL is still doing its thing there, just going sideways, so it looks fine. But my goodness, we need some vibes to the upside. There goes 45 cents. So like I said earlier, as long as FGL can save up 40 cents, we should be okay. But we need something that actually has volume to the upside. Frozen 65. Yeah, you should be able to get a bounce of 65. Not the worst entry. Yeah. Raven, I know, right? Yeah. Yup. Soda 92, a bit annoying. Oh, Gary. Yeah. At the very least, you were green in that position when your stop loss hit, right? So not the worst position to be in. I'm the captain now. Yep, exactly. Withholding after selling a break even. Your entry is 80 cents. Yeah, I think you're fine. I would almost put a stop loss like right below this level here. So just because we have the 50, the VWAP and SD band uptrend, right? So right around that level. So you almost want to stay above like 88, 87. So you should be fine. Yeah, should be fine. Ruby's holding $1, even though it's a stock that we don't really trust. It's still holding $1 though. MSPR is dead. No. If it breaks below 60 cents, then yeah. Do, 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 do. Hmm. A little loss. Yep. Especially when it looks like that. Consolidation. Do, 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 do. How come there's so many Peters in the chat? A zone with a nice little pop there. Again, stuff like this is annoying though because then we're all over the place. This one pops a bit, this one pops a bit. There's really no consistent theme here. Right? Like zone looks okay now, doesn't it? But it's only up 23%. Yeah. Hype. Yeah, we all need FGL to thrust. It's trying to. Right? Look at that. Slow and steady. Slow and steady. Slow and steady FGL. It just had to dip at the open and annoy everybody, and then consolidate. Now it's slowly creeping up, back above the 200 EMA. Yep. So as long as it stays above 40 cents. And yeah, look at the zone, right? So some nice pops on zone, but nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Ooh, okay. Look at FGL guys. FGL is like, hey guys, hello. 47. Okay. Okay. Can they halt it up now? I'm kidding, by the way. Bitcoin's gonna mess around and anyways. There goes 47 broken. Yeah, let's go. I like it. Ruby's halted down again at $1, so there's no trust there. There we go. Oof. FGL is looking nice. That was a really good base. 47.50. Yeah, pizzas are the best. Yes. Here comes 48 cents, guys. Let's go. Love it. Type yes in the chat if you're holding FGL. Type yes if you're holding FGL. Your average is 48. Okay, so you're just getting back to break even then. Which is a good thing. Peter says no. The market makers know you're lying, Peter. We all know you're in the stock. There goes 48 is broken. Ooh, 48.50. Okay. Okay. Oh, damn. 51. Boom. Damn. Okay. 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 Let's go. Finally. Okay. I like it. Who is FGL dead, guys? Is it dead? Is it dead? Maybe. Anyways, resistance closer to 52, guys. So just be mindful, alrighty? Just be mindful. Yeah, if you bought the dips closer to 40 cents, you're happy. So that was an aggressive push. I'm pretty sure at some point we're gonna retest something, but for now, we do look good. Look good. 51. 51. Here comes that 52 we talked about, right? So 52 is your VWAP. Alrighty. So closer to 52. So yeah, exactly. That's gonna be a resistance up there. It would be nice if we broke above it and just started sending it. Just start sending it. There's nothing else moving, so just send it. It's not like you're competing with anything else. Just send it. Why is your view up at 43? Because your view up was in Vegas, over the weekend, and it's still in Vegas. I'm kidding. I don't know why your view up is. Maybe refresh it. Um, yeah. Your viewer was hanging out with those Russian ladies. Yeah. Let's go, Hyman. 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 Welcome to the community. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Click this link at the bottom of the chat. That's your Discord invite, okay? And then come join us. Yeah, there we go, guys. 52. Yeah. I know, right, PJ? Yeah. So again, click this link at the bottom of the chat. Welcome. There goes 53, 52, 50. Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful, guys. Beautiful. I like it. I like it. So again, let's see if we can. That view up is still going to be a problem, even though we broke above it. 52 is still going to be a problem. Alrighty. Um, okay, there we go. So yeah, 52 is your next resistance. No halts, no halts till above 75 cents. Your entry is 46. Diego, let's go. Well done. Love it. Love it. Here we go again, 52. So last night, right? So last night, the high was that's 63-ish. Okay. Last night high 63, this morning high 63. So a little bit higher, but really consistent high 63. So let's see if we can close above this view up and then push for 60. And then we'll go from there. Ready? Alrighty, we just made brand new highs on this last candle, by the way. 53.40 is the last high. Here goes 53 again. 53.15. 45. Good jobs. You can't. Yeah. So for some reason, people. Yeah, you're not the only one. Yeah. I don't get that. Stuff like that is pretty stupid. I don't get why like you don't let people buy stuff on like some brokers. Yeah, I don't get that. Okay. You have FGL and Schwab. For some reason, yeah, I've heard a few people say that they can't seem to buy it on Schwab. Not sure what the deal is there. Mm, 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 mm. Ron, good job. Good job, good job, good job. You made your money back. You made your money's back. Choo, choo. So, I'm kind of playing with that supply zone there now. HTZ, guys, look at this, right? Still fighting for $7. So this one's clearly been again been a really good scalp. Yeah, it's oh, that's different. Your view app is off because it's on Weibo, Jason. Yeah, your view app is off. Sometimes they're based on different like data points, right? The yours is on a complete different platform, so yeah, probably different. Okay, let's go back to the main stock FGL. 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 What? FGL and what? And thrust. And what? And hold. Come on. So brand new highs of the day, 54 cents. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Cuban, what's your position in plug? MSPR? Like I said, MSPR is not dead unless it breaks below 60 cents, right? So watch 70 cents for resistance. HTZ just broke above $7, right? So this one's been a pretty sweet scalp today. Right? We keep saying it, right? This has been a good scalp. Dip, pump, dip, pump, dip, pump. Nice uptrend. So that is nice. Very, very nice. Mm. Is it dead? Yep. um, mm. This one's almost like in the same boat as MSPR, like 60 cents. If it breaks below 60 cents, dead. Dead. A question like that, though, is not the right question to be asking, anyways. Like, is a stock dead? That's not the question you should be asking. You learn nothing from that. Nothing at all. Come on, FGL. We need monies. We need to keep cooking. All of the monies, yeah, cook. What are we looking at? We're looking at FGL. We're looking at HTZ, right? SCNX, MSPR. But for now, the best two stocks are FGL and HTZ. Because for some reason, right, we couldn't break out for SCNX, right? So this is why today you want to scalp, right? We hit resistance, we come all the way back down again. Annoying, isn't it? But that's just how it is. Hopefully, FGL doesn't do the same thing. Maybe a retest of 50 cents. For now, it's just a retest of the view app. Jacob, yes, please. I want to cook. Miss Tony, you're not wrong, honestly. Yeah, every time something else pops, MSPR starts popping too, right? So for now, we're testing the view app and holding for FGL. So that is good. Mm. Okay, here we go. Hype. Okay, sounds good. Sounds like a good plan. Mm, 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 mm. Peter, did you like that ginger candy from Did you like it or no? 47 to 54. Good job, Scuba. Good job. Nothing wrong with that today. Nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong with that. It was cool. Oh, I had more in my bag. You could have had it. So you can kind of see how we're stalling a little bit there for FGL, right? So stalling, 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 and then some profit taking going on there. Is over my, yeah, correct. Raven, this is mine, right? That's mine right there. So it was over it. For some people, it wasn't over for some reason, but it's because they're on Weibo. Yeah, there you go. Kyle, at least now you're back to green, right? Instead of selling for red, you're back to green. So that's good. Good job. High five. Teamwork. Right? This is why sometimes when people ask, like, oh, I bought the stock at 47 cents, I bought it at 50 cents, it's at 41 now, do I sell it? I'm like, first of all, you should have put the stop loss in already. But if you're gonna sell that thing, if you waited till the stock crashed, you don't sell the damn stock, right? You put your stop loss below the bottom. If you've already waited and you already read, you might as well take more red. If you have red, you might as well take more, right? Instead of you selling this thing right there because you're annoyed that it's at the bottom, like you do that and then we pump and then you're pissed, right? I cannot imagine the amount of people that have said that. And then I look at the chart, I'm like, oh, yeah, well, you played yourself, right? You bought the stock right there, right? You bought the stock right there. Instead of putting a stop loss right there, you didn't do it, right? Then you let it go all the way down, and then you ask me, do you sell? Right? The answer is not, yeah, sell the position. The answer is put a stop loss below the bottom, and then hopefully we pump, right? Like this just did. So sometimes you do that and you get yourself in trouble. People do that a lot, like a lot. So you begin at market open or later in the day? No, before, like 20 to 30 minutes before the market opens. Today was like 15 minutes before the market opened. And then we go for like 3 4 hours and then we go back to Discord. Ready? Then we continue in Discord. I want some ginger candy. Has anybody had this? They're called ginger chews. These ones. Yeah, they're good. Maybe you have. You like them? Yeah, me too, Zilly. I like them. No, they're not Raven. They're just ginger candy. They taste like Canada. They're actually not from Canada. They're from Trader Joe's pizza. These are your people. Mm. Well, that's no good then. uh, they're good for motion sickness. Really interesting. Maybe that's why I like them because I get motion sickness. With that morning sickness. Interesting. I should have taken these to the track then. Mm. Hmm. I did not know that T2. Yeah. Mike. No, these are just, yeah. These are just they're just I just like them. They're just candy, you know. They're just, yeah, just ginger. Unbelievable. There are stories they're keeping secret. No, I promise. You're glowing. All we did was eat and walk around and gamble. And well, actually, there was another story. I wish I took a picture. I wish I took a picture this time. This time they were better looking now. Peter was walking. For some reason, people just like to touch Peter. There are these two naked ladies, and they're wearing like cooking. Like the cooking stuff. And Peter was walking, and one of the ladies was putting his hands all over Peter. Yeah, he was like, "Oh, hey, Peter." It's like, "Hey, ah." Peter was touched in Vegas. Ah, sheesh, unbelievable. Hey, Peter. Ah, Raven. Yep, yep. So this might just be a retest of the breakout. Let's see what happens at 50 cents here. See if we can stay above and curl. MSPR still at 70 cents. You notice why we don't like these stocks that are just randomly pumping like this? Like, look at Zone. Zone looks so good for a second and then all of a sudden back down, right? Can't really trust these names. You just have to get in and out. Yup, Emat. Yup. I was molested. Yeah, you were. Anyways, SCNX is still holding at 80 cents as well. So came back down, retested, and then trying to curl. So whoever was asking to buy in the 90s, well, hopefully you didn't. Come on, FGL. We can use a curl here. 25% is rubbish. Speaking of getting touched, guys, DTCK. Maybe this is the stock, to go with Peter's stories. DTCK with the pop. Hmm. Oh, Gina, well, thank you. Let's see. Yeah, that's a nice pop there for DTCK. I think this stock is running because we're talking about Peter's stories. Ah, yep. um, TRFs. Even when I put the stop loss way below your entry point, 15 mag, your entry might not just be good enough, right? If your stop loss is always hitting, your entry is the problem. What did you get in at on what did you get in at? Let's look at this one as an example, right? MSPR, when did you get in? Where did you put your stop loss? um, Yogi, Pyro, yeah. Mm, 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 mm. Let me know. We'll take a look. Mm, 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 mm. Mayhem next year we'll go to Florida, because a lot of members live there. Yeah, so that retest is 49 cents. That line there. Panama City, Florida. See. So again, the problem with today, guys, is nothing seems to want to follow through, right? FGL did this was nice. That's a really good bounce, right? And then you can see the stalling, the T-Rex, right? You can see it. It's not that it's surprising. No, it's right there, right? Stall, stall, stall. Some people take the gains and then we drop. So hopefully we can get a higher low and then curl back up because there's really nothing else, taking the volume away. So hopefully that thing can curl back. You got stopped up, Peter? Dang it. Now this is when the boom ski happens. Did you guys stop that in the green though, Peter? Yeah. Me too. Yeah, so half out at 51, 43 to 51. Okay, that's not horrible then, Peter. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Yeah, yeah, you did a last night early morning swing. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Any gains today you count as a win? Absolutely, Kyle. Absolutely. Another bull? No. The reason I say no is because that thing is clearly still trending down. So maybe closer to 950 if we get there. Then at that point, I don't know if you even want to be adding. Okay, can we get back above 50 cents? There we go. Did you take a cruise? No. No cruise. Seriously. Seriously. Slowness, guys. Kind of annoying at this point. As an example, my entry, what about today? 15 meg. What about today? You want me to go all the way back to yesterday? 290. My stop loss is 250. Price didn't reach 250. This was my stop loss. I don't understand then, right? You're saying your stop loss is always hitting, right? So you got in at 290, your stop loss is 250, right? The price didn't reach 250, so when did your stop loss hit? No, we were too busy running around Winterfell. Too busy running around. Yeah. So it looks like we're kind of holding 49, that line at the bottom there. Yeah, no, again, 15 mag. Let me know, alrighty, and then we'll take a look at one of your positions. Alrighty. Let me know. HTZ with another bounce. Hmm. The chicken ranch? No chicken ranch. No chicken ranch. No chicken ranch. They had a good mango smoothie though. That was good. This little Asian place. It was good. Yeah, I'm confused with Meg. I don't think I understand the question. Ruby? Yeah, Ruby was dead a long time ago. Yeah. SCNX, doesn't want to die yet though, but it wants to be annoying. That's what it wants to be, right? Like it's holding 80 cents, which is cool, but then also not really going crazy. Yeah. I wonder if the money is rotating back to this one. MSPR also looks okay, right? Like we have a whole bunch of names that look okay. The question is which one's gonna cook? We need some cooking. Yeah, exactly, Zilly. It has some type of condition. What about the Russian ladies? What's the meaning of volumes? Such the volume if the price cannot be increased. Again, always remember though, right? This is why I try to remind you guys that volume doesn't indicate boom skis, right? Oh Lord, Peter, like you got some calls, zero DTE, Jesus. Ah, like we went to Vegas, obviously, right? So like at the casino, if I wasn't there, if I wasn't there, Peter would come back naked. You better get ready to run then. If I wasn't at the casino, Peter would have been stripped naked. Come back without shoes. It is bouncing, yeah. Teach you. Would I tell you it's a good thing Peter doesn't live in Vegas? Because he's addicted to gambling. Addicted. Unbelievable. You're never allowed to go to Vegas alone again, Peter. Ever. In your life. Never, ever again. Or you leave your bank card at home. Take some monies, leave your card at home. And you have to survive with that. You need to check yourself. Ah, yes. Yes, Peter. Yes, I see why. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Here goes 51. Come on. Let's get moving. Every time we would go back up, right? So we'd go back up to like go change or like go back to the room to go, like get ready for the next thing or like everybody was going to bed. Peter was like, let's go back down. Let's go, let's go. Like, no, 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 no. Ah. Actually, you want to know how addicted Peter is to gambling, right? We go down to get breakfast, right? We have to go racing, and we get like food to go. This croissant was amazing, by the way. It was so good. It was like a croissant with like an omelet, like some eggs in it and some bacon. It was so good, right? So we get the food to go, right? And we're waiting for for other people to come down so we can go. And Peter's eating his food, but he's standing at the machine pushing the button. And then he ended up losing $100. That was an expensive breakfast. Unbelievable. So today I bought 29.7, stop loss 28.5. Suddenly the order was executed, but the price on TradingView chart didn't reach there, which is what. Oh, I see. What is TRF though? That's the question. TRF, trading reporting facility transaction. That sounds like a scam. Trade reporting facility transaction. Does anybody know what this is? That sounds like a scam to me. Let me take a look. PTLE. Yeah, I think yeah, because that thing never got there, right? We never got to 28.50. There is no way your stop loss should be hitting, right? Defiant, yes, 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 yes. You're delayed, by the way, Defiant. The machines were rough. Vegas is too slow for us to win. Let's go, Josh. Are you back? Or you're getting. Oh, yeah, yeah, I think you're on a flight or back home already. On a flight, Josh. But yeah. Don't worry. Don't wait till Rob shows up on stream. Dan, you're home. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, we were talking to Rachel yesterday. Josh, Rachel was hanging out with us. Um, so yeah, that stop loss should have never executed. I think something else is going on here. Something else, right? So make sure you're putting a stop market order, right? Make sure you're putting a stop market. It's not like a stop limit because your stop limit will execute. Or again, not a stop limit like just a limit order, right? Are used to report trades of listed off the exchange. That's a scam. That seems like an excuse and a scam. Yeah, Zim, thank you for that. That seems like an excuse. I would not let that fly. Like, what do you mean my stop loss executed because it was off exchange? How about we switch brokers instead? Yeah, that's unacceptable because that thing dropped to 29 and then went back to 33. So you could have sold for profits. Anyways, back to FGL because FGL is still looking good, man. That thing just wanted Peter to get out of there, you know? They're like, Peter, get off. Chicken Ranch. Oh, I see, Pyro. I see, I see, I see. Yeah, yeah. I know. I would be pretty annoyed. Um, Trades. Yeah. Come on, FGL. Can we go already? Can we go? There we go. 53. See, they just wanted Peter out of there. Peter, are you? Did you sell your zero DTE? Mm-mm-mm-mm. So that was just a retest of the bottom there. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm, Mini. Here we go. 54 cents. No, today is definitely a scalping day, isn't it? Yeah. Scalping day. DTCK is back to almost back to the highs there. Let me take a look at SPY. What's SPY doing? Pump it for Peter. Oh yeah. It's not a bad spot for those zero DTEs, is it, Peter? It really isn't, right? VWAP and the 200. If it wants to pump, now's the time. Um, 24%. Yeah, you need more. Yeah, it does that. Carl, how's FGL? FGL looks good. You just have resistance at that last double top. So 54-ish resistance. Here we go. Savoir. FGL is about to cook. Lunchtime for you? Okay, sounds good. Bon appetit. See you in Discord already. FGL is about to cook. You guys see what happens when Peter sells a stock? Who sent you? The ancestors. Yeah, you need a Trump. You need a tweet from Trump right now, Peter. You need a tweet, a positive tweet. A positive tweet. FGL is waiting for us to get off the stream, and then it's gonna start flying, isn't it? But again, you can still see that resistance. So scalpies for now. If this thing breaks below above 60, 63, 64, 65, though, you're gonna start to see everybody say win $1, $1, $1. But that's obviously still quite a ways away. Still quite a ways away. I'd almost go right below 52, right below the view up there. X. Trying to bounce again, Peter. You need that tweet. I've gone from green to red back to green again, Carl. Okay. As long as you're green. Yeah, I know. DTCK looks nice. Making brand new highs of the day. DTCK. Nice, Jeff. Good job. Good jobs. Nope. 460. As long as FGL keeps getting higher lows, I don't mind. As long as you keep getting higher lows, I don't mind. Like now, it would be better if that thing stayed above 49 cents at the very least. Stay above. If it doesn't, then you're kind of in the same, yo-yo trend. You know what I mean? So it's kind of annoying. Yeah. Is anybody holding DTCK in the chat? Good job. First scalp. Well done, Slimy Spider. Good job. Anybody holding DTCK in the chat? Type yes in the chat. Raven? Ah, unbelievable. You'd be making monies. I like how everybody's saying no, no, no. The question wasn't the answer to the question wasn't no. I wish I got into DCCK, but I think it's too late. Yeah. No one said yes to yeah. Ah, not a single person. I know some of you guys are holding this stock. You're not gonna say yes, of course. That's That's too funny. Ah, hey, technically Peter said yes. Unbelievable. Torn? I don't think so. We're currently sitting at 180 likes. Let's 20 more people smash a like. Let's get to 200 likes, guys. 20 more people smash it. Let's get to 200. Yeah, deal, deal. Again, FGL. I'd like to see a higher low and then a breakout. Nice cup and handle. Ron, good job. Virus, come on. Mm-mm. Yeah, Spy is looking a bit, like, is that lows? No, not quite the lows of the day, but you're breaking below that 200 in the view app, so that's not exactly a good thing. And yup. Are you in at 65 cents? Okay. CAPT in at 65 cents. So you're basically break even. How does it look? It looks okay. Right. It's finally, building a nice little base, right? So again, look at the drop the entire time and then a base. Right? That's what you're usually looking for. So your entry isn't bad. I wish it was a bit closer to 60 cents though. But now stay above 60 cents. All right. If it breaks below 60, I think it might just be done already. So the low of the day is actually 58. So if it breaks below 60 cents there, you might be done with it. Yeah. James, emotional support. Yeah. For cheap? Okay, sounds good, Raven. Come on, Spy. You can do it. Go back up. Frozen? Okay. Your stop loss might be a bit tight there, but yeah, might be a little bit tight. Okay, what time is my first one and one today? Okay. Let's give it another, 10 to 20 minutes, guys. And then we're going to hop off already and go back to Discord. Deal? There he is. Rob is in the chat. Rob is in the chat, guys. Rob, how are you? Rob is in the chat. Rob says, uh oh. Ah. Let's go. So again, I told you guys, right? So we're sitting at the machines, right? We're sitting at the machines, and everybody, like everybody's gambling, right? And we're not really going crazy, right? And like Rob's sitting over there, he's gambling with $100, right? Nothing crazy. Peter's sitting over here gambling with $100, nothing crazy, right? Everybody's being, nice and cautious, right? But it's Vegas, right? The house always wins. So Rob's been pushing the machine. He's been pushing the machine, and he's gone from hundreds to 50 to $20 left, right? And then Peter and I look over at Rob. We look over at Rob, and Rob looks like this. He looks like this. Ah, he looks exactly like the monkey. Rob looks up to the sky, He every time we look over, he looks at the sky, and then he looks to the left. One time we look over, he's looking at the ground, you know. Oh my goodness. Ah, too funny. It was good though. We had a good time. While Peter's over on the other side winning monies, you know. Peter's winning, and Rob looks over and just shakes his head, you know. You could see the pain in his eyes, you know. Rob, you didn't have to say anything. We could see the pain. Ah, but then Rob plays this amazing bet though. Amazing bet on the game on the baseball game and cooked. So he made all his monies back and then some. Here we go, FGL, looking good. So that's the little cup and handle we were looking for, right? So we need to break above it though. This is kind of getting a little bit annoying, so we need the breakouts. Oh, good job. Well done. Love that. Good, good, good. Some good scalpies there. Love it. Actually, there's another video we want to show you guys at some point. It's the drifting video. So obviously like we were done racing. Uh yeah, I need to download that video because I haven't done it yet. Um unless Peter airdrops it to me or something. Right, so um but anyways, not that's how it works. But we're drifting, right? So this dude is a pretty good drifter, right? So like he takes you around the track, right? Um and Rob was staring at the ground again like he was at the casino. Ah, unbelievable. I actually need to find that video so I can show you guys. FGL is looking good though. Type yes in the chat if you're still holding FGL. Type yes in the chat if you're still holding. I don't need this. Yes, you do, Rob. Yes, you do. Yeah, but it was an amazing time though. You know, it was amazing to hang out. Let's see if that thing can stay above. Cool. 45 cents. Good. Good, good, good. We didn't even say, Rob, good morning. How are you doing? But nope. Straight to the violence. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, that supply zone at 56.50 is a bit of a problem. I think, yeah, it's coming from the left hand side there. FGL is kind of annoying. Even though it looks nice and green, it's still annoying. Still annoying. 85 cents. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me see if I can find one of those videos. Do, 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 do. Uh, Hey, Peter, which one's the drift video? I don't think I have it. Don't think I have it. Oh, there we go. I see it. It's downloading. Okay, loading. uh no, that's not why. Anyways, JR, welcome to the community. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is your invite link at the bottom of the chat, JR. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So click that link at the bottom of the chat, JR, and come join us in Discord already. So click the link and follow the steps in the Getting Started channel. Mm, 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 mm. Let's see. MSPR still looking rubbish. Yeah, see, the only name that's still looking very promising is FGL, isn't it? Right? DTCK looks, it's been back and forth, so that's fine. HTZ is still struggling with $7, but yeah, the one consistent name for now at least. We need more boomskis on this though. I've been watching for a while now and decided to buy a great channel. Looking forward to the monies. Let's go. Welcome, JR. Yeah. So click that link and follow the steps in the Getting Started channel, and then take a look around. Watch the onboarding video too, though, please. Alrighty. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Mm. The video's been downloaded. I'm in the video. Uh, um, uh, Fat. Welcome to the welcome Fat. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the community. Welcome. Click the link at the bottom of the chat as well, please. Alrighty. Welcome. And that'll take you to Discord as well. I wasn't sure how to pronounce your name, and your name. Yeah. Yeah. Spy looks horrible, doesn't it? Dips, dips, dips. Welcome. Yeah. Spy does not look good at all. Not at all. And okay, let's delete. I hate how they make me delete stuff just to add more stuff. Hmm. Okay. Okay, so that's uploading now. Rob, don't go anywhere. You need a new computer? No, it's the streaming software. Okay, so it looks like we're still just stalling here at 5650-ish for FGL. Slightly green. Apple is the only one. Yeah. Oh, it says the file is the president. So it's telling me that the file is too big. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let me see if I can play it a different way then. It's too big. Yeah, it is a long video though, so It's a long video. Hmm. See, I don't even know if I can, because it's not gonna pick up the sound from that. See, that's already annoying. Already annoying. So that's the video, right? And you can see Rob is already praying. Rob says, "Please, Lord, I don't know what I've gotten myself into, but please, if my ancestors are watching, please save me. Please help me." I'm gonna turn off the comments in the little side chat so you can kind of see. Please help me, Lord. I don't know what I'm doing with my life, but please help me. You might not hear the sound. The sound is the best part. But all right, perfect. Thank you. Yeah. I'm ready. Does it play the sound at all for you guys? Yes or no? You're gonna have to use your imagination for this one, because it's not letting me upload it, so I can play it. Does it play the sound? Oh, sweet. Look at Rob's holding on to Peter at the back. Uh, 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 but yeah, so that's the video. Yeah, and then you're almost at the end. But yeah. Rob was ready. He was ready to be finished. Yeah. Anyways, you could tell Josh did this on purpose. Um, Josh did that on purpose. The helmet, the driver's helmet is fire. Yeah. No, that dude was amazing. He's drifting with one hand, while trying to kill us. Yeah, that dude wanted to kill us. You will kill us. You will kill us is what he wanted to do. Ethnicity, village. I'm kidding. Cameroon, Gucci. Let's see. Mute that. No, that dude was amazing. And then here's Josh. Josh is like, "Hey, give them extra sauce." Why would you do that? And then so now it's just me, Rob, and Peter, right? Because nobody else wants to get in this car because Josh just told the dude to give us extra sauce. Why would you do that? Hmm? uh, all the sauce. Yes, that was good though. That was a lot of fun. Yeah. Lots of fun. Looks like Spy's coming back. That's a nice little bounce. Maybe just retesting the 200 EMA there though. Yeah. Yeah, I need to show you guys the other videos. You know, the actual race videos. Those were fire. Yeah, my favorite car, Josh, was definitely the Ferrari. That was nice. Very nice. Shane, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So everything else just seems a bit, just slow, right? Again, MSPR, we keep saying that this thing isn't dead yet, right? So it's not dead till we break below 60 cents, and it just keeps bouncing back up above 60 cents and back to 70. So it's a scalp, right? Like there's nothing else. Just in and out and in and out. Because we just seem to be doing that all day today. Ruby with the pop. Well, that's interesting. Yeah. Oh yeah, the picture of the Russian ladies with Peter. Oh yeah, I'm gonna sell those pictures on you know. Yeah, I'm gonna sell those pictures. I deleted the pictures off my phone because that was suspicious. No, I haven't showed it on stream. I haven't showed it on stream, Rob. Not on stream, no. You got stopped out at 54. Okay, that's not bad, right? You did good. Again, you can see it stalling there in that supply zone, so that's not a bad thing at all. T. Yeah, yeah. Carl says, "Can we see the pictures? Those pictures were bad. Peter was getting in broad daylight. He was getting molested. You know." People will unsubscribe. Those pictures are bad in broad daylight. You know. Yeah. And if those, yeah. He really was. He really was. Peter wanted no part of that, but he was. Ah. Did the dream racing in Vegas worth every penny, Shane? Yeah, yeah, they were amazing. A lot of fun at night. Dan. Yep. Uh, yep. Your time would definitely be in the 40s if you're interested. Harash, yeah, in the 40s if you're interested. It's not considered molesting if you like it. No, I think he was praying for his life. I don't think anybody would have enjoyed that. Dang, Bitcoin is at 101, guys. 101. That is nasty. Wow. Sheesh. When do we start buying the dips again, guys? Let me take a look at BTC. Oof. BTC does not look good at all. At all. Damn. I mean, we're approaching a pretty solid demand zone there, though. Right? Obviously, 100,000. Right? That does not look good at all. So, double top, obviously. Right? Double tops work in Bitcoin too. Double top and slap. So, scaling in below the 200 EMA on anything is always a good thing, right? If you look at Bitcoin, look at Bitcoin on the daily chart, guys. Let's go all the way back down, right? All the way back down, all the way, right? This was the longest we were below the 200 EMA. That last drop, that was a pretty nice nasty drop. But again, below the 200 EMA is always a good spot to start scaling in. Below the 200 EMA right there, boom skis, right? Below the 200 EMA right there, boom skis, right? So below the 200 EMA always create. That's where you see opportunities. That's where the opportunities show up. Not at the highs, you FOMO at the highs. Everybody's getting excited. Yeah, exciting, exciting. Oh my goodness, 200K. No. Right? When you start dropping below those 200, the 200 EMA like that on the daily time frame or longer, that's when you start to see opportunities. Right? Let me look at the monthly chart really quickly for Bitcoin. Oh, look at that monthly chart. Right? You look at the monthly chart, you're like, what are you guys talking about? What are you guys talking about? What we've the first red month maybe? First? The first red month. When you do look at this though, you can see that like it looks completely okay. But also like if we do dip, there's more room to the downside. Yeah. You look at this, you're like, what's the problem? Right? But at the same time, it shows you that, if we do really want to retrace, we could easily drop a little bit more. Yeah. Yep. Profit taking pattern. Yeah. Yep. 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 Do 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 do. I know, right, Peter? Yeah. There's nothing you could have done there. There's nothing you could have done. It's just. Yeah. Yep. But let's see if we stay above 100K, guys, and if we don't, then we'll go from there. Let me look at the weekly as well, just because. Right? The weekly, you can kind of see the stalling at the top there, so that completely makes sense why we're dipping. The last time so look at the weekly on Bitcoin, right? If you look at that weekly chart, like this pattern right here is the exact same as this pattern right there. And when we dip, we bounced up the 50 last time. Now we're testing the 50 again. So the question is, do we bounce? Right? Look at that. Same thing, right? Actually, this has happened quite a few times, right? Look at that weekly chart, right? Lots of resistance, dip to the 50 and pop, right? You see that? Right. So the 50 has been a really nice base since 50K, right? Pump, stall, dip to the 50 EMA, pump, stall, dip to the 50 EMA, pump, stall, dip to the 50 EMA. So we shall see. We shall see. Let's see if this time we do something. That chart makes me want to buy a little bit more. That chart. There we go. The boost. Then pumping. Yeah, I honestly would not be surprised, John. How did you flip your phone out so fast? No help, no assistance, just straight to recording. Hey, what else did you want me to do? Did you see the size of those ladies? Unbelievable. You want me to come involve myself? Next thing you know, there's two people wrapped around the neck. No, thank you. No, thank you. Those two ladies, one of those two ladies are twice my height. You would think you're watching Lord of the Rings, but the giants come out of the woods. When the giants come out, you run. You don't go towards the giants. Unbelievable. Those ladies look like the what is that show called? The Game of Thrones. You know that big guy from Game of Thrones? Yeah, that's how big those ladies were. You wanted me to go? No, thank you. No, thank you. One day we're gonna need to show these pictures on stream, right? Because we're never gonna let this go, ever. Ah, yeah, exactly, Zilly. Exactly. Unbelievable. You want me to go? Yeah. Mm-mm. The mountain. Yeah. Yep. Something tells me they were not ladies. No. Something tells me they're not ladies either. Yeah. Anybody buying the BTC dips or just waiting? FGL. Hmm. uh, okay, there we go. Vena? Yes. That's what trips are for that. No, I genuinely had an amazing time with these with these criminals, you know? Yeah. Again, like I said, it's one thing to chat online, you know, it's another thing to hang out because again, the people were genuinely amazing. And that's always a good thing. Yeah. Yeah, Josh brought his son as well, and his son was cool. Yeah. So that was it was fun. DC if we break below 100K, yeah. I wonder if we break below Josh. Or if there's so much buying at 100K that, you know, we stay above. I wonder. We're clearly in a downturn in you know, now, but I wonder if we break below. He did, Josh. Yeah, he fit right in, you know. Yeah. Of the 50 on the weekly, how quickly does it take? Um, like so if you look at these weekly candles, it takes a while, right? So like look at that, right? So the last time we were at a level like that was at 50,000, 55,000, right? So it took about from July of 2024 to September of 2024, and then we started creeping back up, right? So it took a few months, right? So, and then same thing right here, right? This is February 2025, right? We were at, you know, 70 something thousand at that point. It took from February to April, and then we started pumping back up, right? So it doesn't happen right away. It usually consolidates a little bit, right? So DC is always the way to go. Yep. Ah, yep, yep. Yeah, no, Sam fit right in. It was good. Yep. Yep, yep. Yeah, Tiffany, honestly, they're all annoying. So it's gonna take a while, right? So if you're interested in BTC, the best thing to do is to scale in, not to go in right away and expect a bounce tomorrow. It might happen tomorrow, right? But again, the way to do it for now is to DCA, DCA, DCA. Alrighty, and then we'll see that walked by me and said, what are you looking at, little man?" Oh wow, damn, Kevin, wow, sheesh. That's scary. Do do. No, no, no. For all in zone, yeah. When you look at that monthly chart, it definitely looks like we could get close to 80, right? When you look at that monthly chart, it makes you feel like yeah, there's definitely yeah. So we'll see what happens, right? Let's just see what happens. uh Is it looking as scary to you now? Yeah, I mean, I can see what you're looking at, but it's still above 50 cents. It would be nice if it stayed above. This is why we keep telling you everything's a scalp today. Unless, like, if FGL breaks above 63 cents, then it becomes a play where you can look forward to a dollar, right? But we need to break above that level first. If we don't, every pump is a scalp, right? We pump, we start to stall. You can see the stalling, right? It's like, hey, T Rex, T Rex, T Rex, run, slap, right? So, um, yeah, for now, every pump is a scalp until we break above the 63, 65 for FGL. If we don't, keep scalping and taking your profits and having stop losses. Alrighty, so it is scary, but it still looks okay. Yeah, exactly, Josh. So above that 200 EMA, you're still okay. Alrighty. So this one's given some nice opportunities. Bitcoin is looking like it's going back down to the bottom again. So there is definitely more room to the downside. DTCK is coming back, so nobody said they're holding this one. So, but it's been a nice scalp. Chase, you're still in CAPT, Bailey. Okay, Bailey. BQ, BQ. Let's see what else. Okay, there we go. 102 was target for the sell-off. Yeah. Yep. 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 Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how the rest. How the rest of the week plays out for Bitcoin. How the rest of the week plays out. I bet you they're doing that on purpose so they can buy the dip skis. I think one final dip and then it's moon ski from there. Final dip before the push to what 200K. So we shall see again. DCA. Perfect. For the big boys, yeah, exactly, exactly. HTZ, the hot trade stock, is done okay today, right? So we're back to being above $7, which is nice. Anyways, let's do 2 more minutes or so, guys, and then we're gonna hop off and go back to Discord already. So don't forget to smash a like if you haven't already, please, and thank you. Take a second and smash a like, please. Hit that subscribe if you're new to the channel. And if you're not a member yet and you want to join us as we hop off and go back to Discord, click the link at the bottom of the chat there from Nightbot already. Click the link and come join us in Discord. Cool. So again, don't forget to smash a like, hit that subscribe if you're new, and if you want to join us, click this link, sign up for the legend or above level, and come join us in Discord. Cool, cool, cool. Let me know if you have any last questions as well, and then institution investment in crypto is welcome, but people need to understand that the nature of an asset. La, 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 la. Yeah, exactly. They're not gonna buy the highs, right? So need dipskis. If you notice, every time something good has happened in the crypto world, the dips, yeah, right. The dips come first, or the dips come right after, before the boom skis. Yeah, and then FGL is retesting that 200 EMA again. So that resistance right there, again, especially today when we know nothing is really following through, when you see resistance like that, this is why I keep telling you guys, like, it's like a storybook. You're reading a storybook, right? You can see the resistance there. It's telling you there's a red zone and it's sitting there for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, right? You had all the time to take gains and then slap, right? So it's never really a surprise when these things drop, for the most part. Scuba, see you on the other side. Do you have any favorites to look into? Dividends? Yeah. Um, I like dividends as in like just dividend stocks or as in crypto related dividend stocks or just general dividend. If you're asking for general dividend stocks, the whole bunch. Uh, Yield Max has a whole bunch. I'm not a fan of Yield Max. I don't know because I think like the more as time goes on, I find that they decay too much. So in terms of like dividend plays, I like stock market related names like JPQ, right? I like JPQ. I'm gonna start a position in JPQ in like next week or so. JPQ, JEPI, SCHD, right? So these are like names like that I like. Yeah, I find that yield max and some of these dividend plays, they're good, but sometimes like the decay is just like Misty has been decaying a lot. If you're reinvesting, you're fine, right? But I don't know. I'm just yeah. Dang, those that's a good game, isn't it? X. That's a fire game. PSG and Munich. Yeah, it's a good game. Uh, Verizon and O are your top two dividend stocks. I like it. Chase, I like it. Yeah, you can go the individual route. Yeah. Anybody else like any other dividend ETFs? Paturi. So it looks like FGL tested the 200 EMA and then popped. Test and bounce. ET is not bad. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice to have like long term stuff like that and dividend things. Right? Because when the market does go down, at least you're still getting some dividends, and then your money comes back eventually, right? So the reason why I don't like yield max sometimes is because, um, like with the name like JPQ, I know if the market crashes, you're still gonna get dividends, and then the stock will still come back, right? Because it's based on like growth, right? Technology growth and dividends. Sometimes with the name like a Misty, for example, like it stays in the abyss for too long. This Friday goes out for the weekend. Don't you have control of the monies, or you might need to have like a really good conversation with her, D. I'll have to take a look. I'll take a look. The reason I say I'll take a look is because I already have a yeah, because I have a few scheduled already, especially since we were slacking and I couldn't do anything end of last week and did last weekend. So I still need to catch up. So I'll let you know though. I'll let you know at the end of the week. Remind me. HTZ is still looking good here. Look at HTZ, guys. Looking good. There it goes. Brand new highs of the day incoming. She said I'm 18. Really? She said that? Dang. Huh. D, what I would have you like honestly what I would do, what I would do is have her watch that video. There's a video in the education channel that talks about building long-term wealth, right? Building long-term wealth, right? Have her watch that video and then we'll do something. SCHD, that's what you have. Last month I bought only individuals. This month some ETFs individual. Okay, what the hell was that? Oh, uh, yeah. She wants to do the right thing. Okay, yeah. Have her watch that video, right? With monies like that, you know, and invested in the right thing. D, she'll after some time she'll never have to do anything again. Like what is that? That's pizza. That's why I usually have my stuff muted. No, it's okay, pizza. Yeah. Pizza, I don't know. Same question. How slow is today? Today is very slow. Very slow. MSPR is coming back up though, right? So we keep saying MSPR is not dead until we break below 60 cents, right? So there you go, right? Back to 73. So MSPR is not dead. Your resistance is 75 though. A nice divvy. Philip Morris, okay. Yeah. Yeah. BTC is looking suspicious. Suspicious. Yeah, that's a nice little bounce. Still below the 200 EMA though, so we just seem to be going back and forth there. Back and forth. Yeah, HTZ has been a nice scalper today. We said this from the very beginning though, right? So scalp, scalp, scalp. DTCK, again, since no one's holding, it still looks good though. Double top at 475. Double tops. DTCK. MSPR. Yeah, looking good. Hopefully that thing can push. So we'll continue watching these names in Discord, guys. I've discouraged you to get back into it. Discouraged? How? How? Dina, let me know. Pizza? I like it. Get to work. Have a wonderful rest of the day, Pizza. We're gonna leave it here anyways, though, guys. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Be safe. Don't do anything crazy. Again, we're in a bit of a weird market. When the next thing is ready to go, we will be there already. So don't feel the need to rush, rush, rush. Right? Scalp. Right? Take monies here, take monies there. Right? And if you don't want to trade, don't trade. Right? So, already, because the market seemed a bit slow lately today and yesterday. Right? Hopefully, it we change at some point, but we will be ready for that. Just to watch. Yeah. Encouraged. Oh, okay, Dina. Yeah, come join us in Discord and watch educational videos. Right? Yeah. Oh, okay, Dan. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, join us and educate yourself. Ask questions. Don't just get back in. And if you struggled before, change some things before you get back in. Desmond, have a good day as well. And thank you for being here. Thank you. Much love, Dan. Stay away from the yeah. He's always discouraging me. Yes. So yeah, MSPR looks okay coming back off the bottom. So that's good, right? 60 cents. Stay above 60 cents, you're okay. Hopefully something cooks at the end though. Please. Bye, Didi. Didi. Bye. Alrighty, all. Again, much love. Bye, Rob. Go enjoy the yeah, some time away from the chaos. And see you guys tomorrow. Bye, Dina. Much love. Bye, everybody. Bye, Insight. Yeah. Bye, guys. Two, 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 two.